Hi guys, welcome to tonight's edition, and we are live. We are live. Um, why is my light flickering? Okay, we are still here. I'm trying to share the link as usual. So today I decided to come on early so I can share the link before people start coming in, because of that awkward silence when we start. So you're all welcome to tonight's edition. It's going to be fireworks. Yeah, much fireworks. We have some giants on the bill, and then we have some who also be passing through. So just sit back, grab some popcorn if you can, or some Coke, anything you would want. Just grab something whilst you wait. Yes, so we have a couple of guys who will be joining us for this discussion. The thing is, we have lots of people we could add, but the flyer can take many people. That's how come we always have just about 3 or 4 people on there. So understand us. We have more people who will be joining. Elder Echampo, good evening, welcome. Solomon Kwarting, are you here? If you're here, just drop an emoji so we get to know that you guys are in here. If you're here and you can hear me, just drop an emoji, yeah? Drop an emoji. Let's see that, yeah, you're in the house. You're in the building. So as usual, I'm just sending the links to the various groups so we can start off this show. Eyo, Nana Kweku, don't leave, stay here. We'll bring you on. Yeah. In fact, hold on. Let me send the video link. Yo, Kofi, what's up? Chocolate, hold on. I can't send the link so that you can join the video before. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I come. Hold on. I'll send you the link so you join. Yeah, Kofi Waba. Who knew questions? Problem no day. You and your questions. You've brought all your questions. No worries. Hold on. I'm coming, I'm sending it in. Don't worry. Hold on. So yes, if today is your first time here, yeah, Chocolate, I will put you on the next one. But today you'll be like just passing through. We will give you like just 2 minutes. Make you just, so just hold on. I come. Relax. Next one, we go find time. Make you day. Is it Aprenko Eric? Welcome. Chocolate, hold on. Don't leave yet. Relax. 1 second. I'm trying to find something, but I can't find it. I can't find it. It'd be hard though. It is hard. Welcome to everybody here. If today is your first time, welcome. We do this every weekday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So, hi, Cassie. Welcome. Okay, Chocolate. I dropped the link. So just tap on it. It will connect you to the video. Then you can join us. Yo, Shafiq, what's up? Charlie, Shafiq, I've dropped the link. And so just tap on it and it will add you to the video. So just tap on the link. If you're on the panel, Chocolate, tap on it and let's hear something small. Let's hear something small from you, man. Okay, let me prepare today's topic. Hello. Yo, Catalyst is in the building. Hey, Catalyst, today you come early. I award you. Hey, hold on. I keep forgetting that I always need to wear my. Let me pick up my headset. Hey, Catalyst, I like the way you're always prepared. Debiana, your headset is on. Maybe I always forget.
If my headset is not on, the things you will hear.
I see.
The militants I have in this house.
Okay, Chocolate, I've dropped the link, so please join. Muse, you too, I've dropped the link, so join the video chat. Catalyst is already here, Charlie. He's fully prepared.
Oh, today is not really my field.
But still,
people say
I'm
not. They say I'm not a people person. So.
You are not a people person. Okay, then we are all here to learn.
Yeah, today is my learning day.
We are all here to learn. So, hey, why is this one showing? Okay, this is the right thing to show. Okay, let me see. There are some comments. Yeah, Florence, now, welcome. The link is not working for me. Chocolate, hold on. Make us send them again. So just tap. You see, it's the same link Catalyst used to join. So just tap on it on your phone, and then grant your mic and your camera access.
Yo,
Muse.
bro.
Muse, what's up?
Bro!
The only Obroni in Ghana photography.
No, please. Barack is there. Let's respect Barack.
Okay.
Yes,
So it is what Quartz used to say, that the only Obroni Yubab. Anyway, so we have
short-sighted. So.
Oh, what are you trying to say? That Quartz is short-sighted. Chocolate, we are waiting for you. You see now, Muse used the same link to join. So you to do that, whether you're using your laptop or your phone, is the same thing. He said he was driving.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't.
He said
Okay.
driving, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
All right, Chocolate.
On your next
I beg, safety first. If you're driving, then please carry on. Monday, we'll put you on Monday. Yeah. By the end of this session, we will come by Monday's topic. So tonight we are discussing client experience, client relations. I'm waiting for Good Kelly to come. I hope today he doesn't hide in the background till 5 minutes to the end of the show for him to appear. So that's what we'll be discussing here. Catalyst says it's not his stronghold, but we still have him here. He's lying. I know he's lying. He still has a lot.
I also don't believe him.
Yes, he has slides and things to show us. Whilst we wait for ceremony. Unfortunately, Stella can't join us on the panel tonight because he had to excuse himself. He has some things to take care of. Elom, welcome. He has some things to take care of, so he won't be able to join us. So tonight we have Ceremony will also be here as usual to represent the under G people. And Seboni does more of our corporate stuff, so he will give us some insights for those who want to go corporate. And then
But don't.
I do more of. Were you going to say something?
Yes, yes. You are sounding too serious. I mean, you even ask us like, how was your night? Like, did you sleep well?
Catalyst,
Have
the
you
way
eaten?
your face, see how Shafiq is smiling all like, I mean, how can I ask him how he's doing? What has he eaten or something? See, he's looking so come on. Okay, guys, how are you doing? Catalyst, how has you still day where you are, but how has your day been?
Charlie, my night was not good though.
Your night, I'm asking of your day, you are talking of your night. Okay,
Oh,
so
and
chocolate is
now
here. Yo, Nana Kweku.
Charlie, sorry, I did I did drive, so they be like, I don't know.
No
I for park
problem.
there, make could
Yeah, we no get car, we no get problem.
Uber
this one
everywhere. Uber
Yeah,
everywhere.
Uber, we the Uber on our body. Charlie, everything cool.
by God's grace, so Charlie.
Ah, okay, I
Like
hear. Uh-huh.
this is the first time I see you, right?
Ah,
Oh, Charlie, my chairman.
This is the first
You
time I
know
see
me,
you,
I
right?
there for you 24/7.
This is the first time I see you. I never see you. Before. Hey, Catalyst,
Charlie.
what your beard or your
oh,
mustache?
Oh, it will be though. Just say them my skin color be the same, so you know.
ah.
Wow.
Right,
Camouflage.
I mean, what is that possible?
I'm a black man. Please allow it. See.
I see.
right.
No,
Anita,
Catalyst is a
hi,
princess.
Princess. Okay, so
Catalyst is a
Seboni,
princess.
the link is there. So try and join. Just tap on it and then join us. So chocolate is passing. Charlie, we don't want to take much of your time. You know, since you're driving, you might have somewhere going. So the topic for tonight, it's unplanned. We'll have you on for Monday, but we just want you to, just something, guest artist. Now, yeah, we are talking we are talking about customer experience. How do you treat your customers? We are here to learn. How should we treat our customers so that anytime we are done with the gig, they will always either they will recommend us or they will continue using us. Even if they are not able to afford our packages, they should be able to recommend us to their friends that they know will be able to afford us. How do we maintain clients? How do we keep clients coming back to us?
Okay, so with me, I always apply what I did in school to my photography business. I did business in school. I look at my customers as my consumers, and consumer relation and customer relation look a bit in the same. So yeah, that's what I do. But one thing that you see, this thing is self-trained thing. How to relate with clients. You need to have the high level of tolerance for that, because trust me, some clients can move you from 1 to 100 straight up by just one single sentence or single utterance that the person will make. You just move from 1 to 100 straight up non-stop. You understand? But all the same, too, you also have to look at it on like from this perspective that okay, so this person is actually, or this client is actually the fuel for my business. Do you understand? Sometimes yes, a matter does not kill, and me, I don't believe in the customer is always right statement. Yes, me, I don't believe in that. But also sometimes some people will jerk off with you, and then you just have to oh, please, it's this way. Nice way of talking to people is very, very, very important in this game, because these people, you need them no matter what. You need them. Like I said, somebody can make you move from 1 to 100 straight. Like if you have, you always have problem with clients, especially if you are the type who do weddings. You have a lot of wedding clients can give you headache. The only client that give me headache is wedding client. They are the only people who can give you headache. Aside that, models won't frustrate you that much, but wedding clients, they'll come and tell you you didn't take a picture of his ankle. Meanwhile, you and I we don't know his ankle. So, all those things, but you have to be able to know how to relate with people. Trust me, I have seen a couple of these things happening, and I realized that the people you least expect will push you are those that will push you. The places where you least expect some help to come from, these are the places that help comes from. So I always take my time when it comes to clients. Though one or two of them you have to go hard on them, but you have to know how to approach the whole thing. Sometimes some clients before they come to you, they are already intimidated by whoever
Mhm.
you are. They are intimidated. So somebody will go like, "Oh, why is it because I'm not a celebrity? So you are treating me this way? Meanwhile, you've not even done anything. Like
That's
you just
common.
offering normal service to the person, not like basically you've done something to the person. Do you understand? So clients, dear Charlie, they are the people who bring us money. Do you understand? Unless
Yeah.
maybe you are doing, or you are doing other stuff, there are other channels that is bringing you money. But if you are going the hand to hand with customers all the time, you should know that you are going to meet different temperament of people and you're going to meet different kind of people. A lot of things will happen. One thing I learned as being a photographer, one thing that I think photography has changed me or has changed about me one way or the other is my temperament. Because me, if you know me, I am a backpack guy. I'll give to you right now. But just learn how to be patient, a while, listen to people, see where they are coming from before you give them an utterance. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I remember a hard time. Like one client gave me a hard time. I was very furious. I didn't want to talk to her, but I relaxed. Later on, I responded to whatever she was saying, and I realized that it is not because of anything. She's just being intimidated. That is one. Two, there was a little miscommunication between one or two vendors, and because of that, she thought maybe things are going to be in a certain way. Now, after I was able to set, let's say, solve whatever discrepancy we had between each other, the next gig she gave to me, I was overwhelmed.
Wow.
Like the that she pushed me, I was overwhelmed, and I took that. So, assuming the way she came at me, very hard, I also went back at her very hard. I wouldn't have got that job. And the time the job came was actually a crucial moment for me because then I needed some dough for one or two, right? And it
Yeah.
was a nice moment for me. You understand? So
Yeah.
customers, like I said, somebody can make you move from 1 to 100 quick by just one statement that the customer will make or something that the person will just say. But at the end of the day, Charlie, we need them. If you go rude on the person, maybe you go scot free. Maybe. Well, she might also help you lose one or two clients along the line. You might not care for now, but now you say, oh, after all, then, but along the line, you see that it will go along. And the more you go rude on customers, it continues. You'll be like that with a lot of people, not like just like some character that you be doing, like BBN, and then you throw the person off. Time you throw the person off. And to me, I think being a professional photographer and knowing that you're offering or rendering services to people, and once you're talking about people, we're talking about people with different temperaments. You should know that one of those things that will come that will piss you off. Just scratch it and then let's move, right? Drip.
All right, Charlie Nanakweku, even though you were put on the spot, impromptu, you've said so much that I believe all of us here would learn from. Learning to keep your temperament calm under whatever situation. I mean, you're there to deliver a service. So whatever it is, I mean, you're not going to see that person's face for more than 2-3 hours. So why don't you just
Because no. Ghananie, has a client slapped you before?
hey, not that level. I mean, you see me, can you even slap me? Tell me, has it happened to you before? Have you seen it happen before?
Okay, let me see. I just witnessed one
It slapped me
last
before.
Saturday.
You witnessed one last Saturday. Tell us about it.
Actually, it was a videographer that was slapped, not me actually. But like I said, right from the beginning, the client was wrong. But see, Ghana here, that is why I say once you're a photographer and you're in Ghana here, you should know how people are.
Mm.
People feel I have paid you, and so therefore keep quiet. which is wrong. But then, I mean, holding on to your pride for that few minutes and take your money and leave won't kill you, right?
Exactly.
So,
That's what I was saying.
So that small moment, something happened. I think it's got to do with music, and videographers need music to let's say whoa the bride so that the place will ginger so that they can take their videos and all that. But then something happened, and before we all, like me, I was shocked. Me, I was there, and they came to tell me that the guy has been slapped.
Wow. Under a gig.
Yeah, under a gig, boom, like that. And then so when it happened, okay, I've heard that something else that's happened before, but this is the time that it happened under my let's say my watch. So then I have to. Well, my guy was like, he's not going to shoot the video again. He's going. Do you understand? Now this is a video guy I have hired on the job. So if he says he's going, then you better there. I just said me trim in
Wait,
next
so
one.
was it the groom who slapped the videographer?
No, it wasn't the groom. It's like one of the groomsmen.
One of the groomsmen.
One of the groomsmen.
Wow.
Oh, drip. It was a scene for like, let's say, almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so in the end, how did it end?
The video guy to say he beat the guy.
Wow.
So this is how temperament can rise from 1 to 100 straight. By self-control. Maybe if what the guy said, if the video guy didn't respond, for the guy to feel, why are you talking back at me? Bah. We'll have our shooting.
Okay, chocolate is breaking. All right, I think Chocolate's network has been hijacked. But then that was an interesting event. Shafiq, you said what? If a groom slapped you, his bride would have been dead. Is it me or it's everybody?
Ghananie, I think it's your internet.
Can you guys hear me?
Ghananie, I can hear you, but your internet is messing up. Use
I think
proper
it's your internet. Use MTN fiber. MTN fiber.
Hey, then boys they do market.
Forget MTN. You use Busy.
No.
Can you guys hear me?
MTN fiber.
Oh, the feedback is coming from Seboni's phone.
Why did I go off? I think I went off momentarily.
You didn't go off. You use better network.
Oh,
your phone is giving a lot of feedback.
Seboni, we know you're in a village, so please, just when you're not on the floor, just mute your mic and then turn down. So, Muse, I was asking, you said what? If a groom slaps your videographer, his bride is dead. But I mean, the bride didn't do anything to you.
No. I was like, what I said was, if it's the groom that slapped the videographer, then the bride is dead.
Oh, okay.
Because it's going to
receive beatings.
It's going to be war at home.
I get it now. But this is the case where it's the group, one of the groomsmen who, I mean, the one who is not even the one paying you is the one slapping you. So if you were in such a situation
all the time, and most of the times it's Nigerian weddings, those groomsmen, you have a lot to say.
No, honestly, even Ghanaian.
I don't think. Okay, with the Ghanaian men, they chip in cheeky statements. But with that, you've been working with Ghanaian people and you already know how the Ghanaian mentality is. But when it's a foreign marriage, it's another story.
I see. Catalyst, you've been quiet for some time now. What would you have done if you were in this situation? If you were the one that has been slapped by one of the
I have been slapped on the job before, though.
Wow.
It was quite interesting.
Hold on. Let's hear from Catalyst. Then we'll come for your story. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think those who have had a chance.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Chocolate, you are still on. So just hold on. 1 minute. You are still on.
Those who have had a chance to work with me on my sets before, I mean, in terms of photographers, they know me. I don't really give room for even those kind of things. Once you start trying to do here, I just refer you to the contract agreement we have, and then we work from there. There are times where, most times we try as much as possible to make sure the client is happy and having fun. But when you realize that the client is going to take advantage of that to disrespect you, you go strictly professional with your job and then go strictly with the contract to avoid these kind of things. There was a time that we went to shoot a wedding, me and my big bosses. And then one of the uncles came. When it was time for food, the arrangement was that the bridal party goes, then we go for our food quickly, so that by the time we finish eating, they would have finished, and then we go for the exclusives. So that by the time we come back, everyone would have finished with their food. Then we continue the gig. We went for our plates, and then Uncle showed up in his suit. Uncle said, "You guys should go and put the plates down. You are here to work, not here to eat." So we ignored Uncle, and then we were still in the queue. And then he came back again. He said, "I said, go and put your plate." He started making noise. So we didn't say anything. Me and my bosses, we went to put our plates down, and then we started packing our gear.
Exactly.
And then we sent one person to go and tell the bride that, as we agreed, if somebody prevents us from doing our job or going according to the contract, we'll go home. So we are going home. Now, what happened was the bride started running from her table straight to Uncle. And then we all heard, "This is not your wedding. This is my wedding. Do not tell anyone to do anything. I have the right." And then we had our food quietly. It was a case between the bride and Uncle.
Oh, I think I've had similar encounter, but with mine, I just packed and left.
Joey, relax. It will get to your turn. Relax.
When you come to my studio, Muse has been there before. There are places where you can go, where you change, the washroom, and then if you want water, the fridge. You don't even go into my kitchen cabinet. You go to the fridge. And then the shooting area, that's it. You don't go to my bedroom. There were two bedrooms, one for changing and then one for my personal room. You don't go to my personal space. You just go change and then that's it. So these are some of the things. Although you would want to make everything fun, you should keep the gap. For instance, this videographer's case, to be honest, if it was Chocolate, I know Chocolate will say, "My dealings is with the groom. So if you have a problem, tell the groom to tell me. I don't want to talk to you anymore." Because you can sense it when someone is trying to take over the show, which is not their show. And this comes with experience. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but sometimes we want to please the client, but we don't have to be stupid in that process.
I think Catalyst has raised a lot of points that I think I have to put one or two down, because it's very true. When you go in accordance to these contract terms, it helps a lot, because then it's really a good point that you raised. It's really a good point, because most of the times, like I said, unless maybe you don't shoot much of weddings, but if you shoot much of weddings, you have real issues with people. If you shoot
that
much
one
of weddings,
person, the cousin or the uncle or the auntie of the bride or the groom.
Charlie, the auntie's case here is different.
Those things so.
Yeah, so just come for you and be like, photo, like you are shooting, you are about to take a shot that maybe, let's say, you've struggled to bend to frame, then they'll just tap you just to shake your hand, or tap you on the phone and picture. And you just be there watching.
Okay. So Joey, you have the floor now. Let's hear you. Your experience.
Oh,
you said you've been slapped before.
I have been slapped before. Very interesting. It's not really something that I really like sharing, because I don't know if you guys know Obofo.
Reverend Obofo.
Yeah, that man.
You've heard of
the baby he had recently. No, I think it was last 2 years. I'm sure last 2 years. His last born, the boy, right? So Focus and Blair had the gig, and that day they had something to do. So they called me and Lawrence. And if you don't know who Lawrence is, Gog, to go and shoot that particular engagement thing for him. And we even called Franco Daddy. So the guy's house, before I was even going there, everything was very off for me. I don't know. I have this feeling when I'm going to shoot something and if everything is off, I'm always cringing. But I was like, hey, I'm here for the job. I'm not really here to come and look at what somebody's doing. Like, you know, excuse me to say, these Ashantis, when they have money and those kind of statements,
Yeah.
they were going on a lot, right? So I wasn't really bothered. And we were all outside. Lawrence and I, as in Gog and I were outside waiting for the wife because she wanted to take some pictures in the house before we go to the church premises, right?
Mm.
So we were all waiting outside, and Lawrence was like, okay, he's hungry, and I was also hungry because we left very early. As at 6 a.m. we were at the house, and as at 11, nothing was going on. So
wow.
I don't know whatever contract that happened between Focus and Blair and the Reverend Obofo guy, but Lawrence and I were hungry, so he was like, I should step out and go and get food for both of us, right? So I stepped out. Funny thing is, the security guy saw Lawrence and I enter the house inside. I didn't even know who the Reverend Obofo guy was at first. So I stepped out to go get the yam for Lawrence and I. Then I came back in with the yam. Yes, I get it. It's in a rubber, or look unprofessional and all that, but that was the only available option to bring to the house. So I entered the house. Before I entered the house, I've actually met everybody there, so the greetings has already gone on. When I entered the house the second time, honestly, I didn't know the man, right? So I just, hello, then I walked past him, and he was like, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Well, I'm like, oh, I'm with the other photographer I'm with a photographer who is already in the building shooting. This is where the mistake came from. When the man asked the security guy said he doesn't know me.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wait, I just entered with another photographer with you, seeing me holding the camera, and you're telling me you don't know me just because I stepped out to go and buy food for the other fellow photographer. But I think the thing is, I don't know if the security guy was really afraid of Reverend Obofo. Honestly, I have no idea, right? So an argument spewed up. Who do I think I am? Then, and like back then with client relations, I wasn't really that kind of person where you know you are wrong, but I have to shut up and listen to you because you are the one paying. I like the situation with Chocolate and the videographer guy. I honestly wasn't really busying him because I was waiting for Lawrence to come and actually clear everything, and he asked me to step out. And with me and authority, I don't really like that kind of trying to command me, do this, do that. I just smiled and I stepped out. So you see, Ghanaian mentality, when the person is a grown up and he's saying something and you smile, it's more or less like you don't respect. Yes, it's more. With me, if I'm really bored and I don't want to buzz you, I'll just smile. I don't want, because I was still coming up. I think that was 2 years ago, right? I was still coming up and I was learning these things at a faster pace. So this is an experience I'm experiencing. So I have to quickly go according to what I have heard. So just smile at the client, say okay, and leave. So I smiled and I stepped out. When I stepped out, they followed me outside. And they think I'm a thief. What am I coming to do in the house? What shows I'm a professional photographer? Where's my gear and stuff? And the funny thing is, my gear was in the house with the Lawrence, right? With him, he didn't know what was going on because he wasn't the house. I don't know if the house is soundproof or something. He was inside shooting everything he had to shoot, right? Then we stepped out, and Reverend Obofo and his bodyguards, a lot, plenty.
You were even lucky they didn't take you to police station.
Trust me, I was stepping out. I stepped out and I even stepped off his car parking and all that. And he called me back and I'm like, they told me to step out, so why should I come back? Then this security guy, the bodyguard come, hey, no, Kasa be boom, then he slapped me. That is where Lawrence came. Right?
After you received the slap, Lawrence came.
Bro, when immediately he stepped out and he probably received the slap. It was so funny. It was so funny. The thing is, I wasn't there because it was my gig. I'm there shooting in the name of Focus and Bless. So if anything is to happen and I'm to retaliate, it'd be like I'm spoiling Focus and Bless brand. Right? So most of the time when I'm assisting on jobs, whatever the client is doing, I'll shut up because it's not my job. But if it's my job, even before it even gets to be my job, we've already had a very long conversation on how we can deal with these kind of situations. So when I'm assisting, I'm always shutting up, right? Just because of whoever's brand I am assisting on that particular day. So after the slap, Lawrence came out, he explained to them that I am his assistant, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and this man called me back to tell me, oh, he's sorry. Then I'm like, no problem. Then
Were you
Lawrence
compensated?
That's the thing. You see, I told you before I entered the house, I was already cringing, those kind of feeling. I don't know why. He called me back to tell me after the church service, I should come and see him. We will talk, right? But after the church service, I just left. I really didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary. Wow.
That's where the slap thing came in. I think people, it was quite funny, and it was much of an experience for me because I realized that in as much as I was still letting them know I was a photographer. Sometimes, like Chocolate said, if they've paid you, they've paid you. So you have to conform to whatever it is they have to do. And it wasn't my house, it wasn't my house, I wasn't in the right place to be telling the person that, oh, I'm the photographer for this event and blah, blah, blah. I should have just stepped out since he told me to just step out because it's his property and he doesn't want me on the property, right? Yeah, so basically, that's how it ended. And Lawrence came to ask me if I could still shoot. And I was like, well, I'm here for the job. So let me just continue shooting and do whatever I did. And when Franco heard this, Franco was asking which bodyguard came to hit me. I said, let him know which bodyguard came in. Oh, I
know Franco. Franco will laugh at you with all he can. Okay, so my personal experience with something like this.
All right, guys. Relax, Ghananie.
All right, okay, yeah.
Permissions to fall out. I'm about to.
You're about to shoot, no problem.
Since this is not my official session.
Yeah. Monday we'll put you. So Charlie, enjoy your shoot.
On my official day.
Sure. Thanks.
Sure. So
don't worry, I'll take you off. I'll take you. You can log out on your phone, but I've taken you off here. So Chocolate, you are no more here, so you can just close the app on your phone. Just close it.
It was quite a good experience.
Let me see if Chocolate. Okay, I think Chocolate is gone now. All right. Yeah. So my personal experience, I was home one time. Then somebody called, and he was like, "Oh, there's a gig going on. Like just I'm at Spintex, and he said around this place, Shell signboard is after Pogas Coastal Estate. That there's a gig. They need somebody and all that." So that was my first lesson. When you are called last minute giddy like that, never just pack your gear and go. Make sure you understand the things before you go. So I thought it was something that was, something like that. So I just hurried up and then went there. And when I got there, it was some Lebanese. They said they were having a birthday party for their kid or something like that and all that. So we discussed the terms, everything. Then they said, oh, the party wasn't that time. It will be, I went there around 11 a.m. and they said the party will be at 4 p.m. I said, okay. So I left, went home. Then when it was 3:30, I said, I got there 15 minutes to time. Went to sit down, everything. Then the party started. I took out my camera. I was taking picture. Then they will come and tell me, no, don't take a picture of this person. Don't take a picture of this person. Like, don't take a picture of the kids. I was like, it's a party. You want me to document it, right? So, all right. Then I said, okay, assign one person to go around with me to show me who to take pictures of and who not to take pictures of. Because if you leave me on my own, I'm there to document everything. So I'll just take pictures of everything. So to them, the charge was according to number of pictures. You get it? So that's why they were stopping me from taking certain pictures so that their price won't go high. How they got that idea, I have no idea. So I told them it's digital, and it's a party. So once I take the pictures, I'll send everything to. As for parties, there's no number of pictures to. So they were still then. When it got to the cake cutting, they said I should start taking videos. And I was like, we didn't discuss video, it was pictures. Then they were like, no. They told me to take videos. So the pictures were just a limited. I was like, no. So call the guy who, called me in and then find out. No. They won't understand. Charlie, it was a whole lot of stuff. So the guy himself came and was like, what's happening? I was like, I was contracted to shoot pictures. And now his guys are saying they rather called me for videos. Now the guy himself, he even got angry and I was like, no, do I think they don't have phones to take pictures themselves? Why would they pay me to come and take pictures? Now it's videos they want. And I was like, what? You see, so I was like, no, but you could even take videos with your phone as well. So that's not a valid. Hey, Charlie, someone was like, do you know who I am? I can send you to the police station. Do you know the contacts I have? I was like, wow. Right there, I just packed my gear because at that moment, I'm very patient, but at that moment, I was just boiling up. So I just turned off everything, packed everything. Then he called me, was like, show me the number of pictures you took. So at that time, I was taking like 15 pictures. He said, okay, how much is one picture? So they were going to pay me by the number of pictures I took. Then I was like, you know what? It was a mistake being here. I'm very, very sorry for interrupting your party. I said the pictures, if you like, I can send them to the guy who asked me to. I can send them to him and he can send them. But I have nothing to do here anymore. Since you don't need my service, I don't do video. Sorry for the miscommunication. I packed my stuff, then I just left the place. That was how it just ended. Because me, I know myself. When I get to that level, it's either I just start laughing just to cool myself down, or punch. And when I throw punch, problem. So I just packed my stuff. So I called the guy and I was like, my guy, what did you discuss with your people? He said, oh, they wanted pictures. And I was like, exactly what you told me. I got them. Now they are in the middle. They were just about cutting the cake. That means the party was even over. And now they are telling me it's video. So they wanted me to take video of just the cake cutting or what? Because I was there all this while, I wasn't doing video, and they saw me and they didn't say anything. So was it just a way to, not pay or what? So I just left, and that was it, Charlie. So we all have our experience. Seboni.
I didn't express my wedding experience. I just expressed the slapping one. Let me let you know on this wedding experience.
Okay, so Seun gave you 15 minutes, and I think you spent 10. So you have 5 more minutes.
I didn't spend 10. Don't do that. I didn't spend. Oh, you didn't get 10. But anyways, this wedding experience was my first official paid wedding, right? It was a Nigerian wedding. That's why I have problems with Nigerian weddings. Like, they are too complicated. Trust me. Not the bride or groom, but the family members of the bride, especially because they think their daughter is being taken away. So everything that day is all about them. But I shot this wedding gig with Triple Dot, the video team. I don't know if you guys know who Triple Dot is. I shot it with Triple Dot. Yeah, and right from the start, I've already had a conversation with the bride. Well, because it was my first official wedding gig, the other part where you have to meet other family members who are annoying and all that didn't cross my mind. It was just getting the moment pictures that I need from the bride and groom, then we are good to go because I've already met the bride and groom, right? So on the day I did my shoot, the morning, the afternoon one, then getting to the evening, where I know I haven't ate the whole day. And in the package, like in the terms and conditions where I have to talk to the client, there's a point where obviously if I should come very early in the morning, you're going to cater for my food, which shouldn't be a problem because it's part of the package, right? And it's out of Accra. So after the whole experience, the shoot in the morning, in the afternoon, going back to go and rest and come back to come and shoot again in the evening, I'm done shooting everything with the video guys, right? And the video guys and I have to go and it's time for food where there's a break. And I was the only one shooting because I was the only photographer. The package they picked, it was just one photographer. I went to go pick a plate for food, and here is the bride's auntie looking at me, telling me that what am I doing here? Or asking me what am I? I'm like, oh, I'm here to get food and get back to go shooting, because definitely right now everyone is eating. And from the experiences I've had with wedding photographers, when it's time for people to eat, they are not pictures to be taken off.
Yeah, they don't want you to take. Yeah,
exactly.
It's true.
We blow up in the room now. We change the picture. No.
Yeah, it's true.
So, I took the plate, and this woman just vendors are not supposed to be eating. What? You're not supposed to be eating. Then tried triple dots were like, but it's break time and it's part of their contract, and you're supposed to have food now, so that when we finish, we can have energy to go back and go continue our services. No, this Nigerian woman says no, she hasn't heard some before. She started this rant. You're a vendor. You've been booked for your services. You have not been booked to come and eat our food. The food is for.
Does she even know what the contract says?
Oh, relax. The food is for the vendors. For the the people who are at the wedding. What? And I left the plate, went to the bride, and mentioned to the bride that this is what the auntie is saying. Oh, me, I have the courage to go back to the bride and tell the bride this is what the auntie is doing, and I don't think this is what was said in the contract. She's trying to breach it. I didn't really even mention anything about the contract, but I'm like, this is not what we agreed on, because I realized that things like this happen. It was actually my first time, but I've heard a lot of things going on. Right? She said, oh, don't worry, she'll send somebody to go and talk to her. Fine. I relaxed like 30 minutes. I walked about, took some 2x4 pictures of people walking around because they wanted pictures. Then I went back again, and the same auntie was at the same table I went to, waiting for me. Then was allowed to what. And that was it for me. I was like, is she for real right now? You've been spoken to. You've been signaled that you should let us eat. Then triple dots left the plate, went back to shooting. With me, I took it to another level, because I honestly went back to the bride to explain all this, right? And if nothing is being done about it, I'm done shooting. I think my time is up. I'll just have to be. So I just switched off my camera, picked up my car, and went back to wherever I came from. The next day, that I was just in my room chilling, and the bride called, oh, I didn't see you when I was wearing the ring. And I'm like, this is what happened. I explained. I don't think anything happened, and was kind of breaching the contract we signed. So I'm sorry. She's sorry. It's not going to happen again. And at the wedding, the white wedding, was funny. This same auntie did the same thing again. I was like, she's a witch. That's all I said. She's just a witch. In my head, she's just a witch. I didn't continue. I just stepped out, went to get some. With the wedding, I brought an assistant, so I just stepped out, went to get something to eat, and came back and continued shooting. After all, I'm there for the moment for the bride and not the auntie.
Yeah.
I even went to another. With this one, there was recent an event with Lawrence. Go. We shot. We shot from 7 a.m. right, 7 a.m. to like 4, and the wedding was going late into the night, and like from morning we've not taken anything. It was just drinks and biscuits, and it was funny because we were supposed to get breakfast in the morning since we went there early, which was made known to the client.
But I think,
we are there, we took our pictures. Me there, my boss is taking pictures. Who am I to go and tell my boss that I'm hungry? Let me just keep quiet and continue. So after taking the pictures, 4 o'clock, we are still shooting. And I think the food vendors were now coming in, right? So 4 o'clock, we are still shooting. Then there was a break where everybody was going out to eat. This time around, it wasn't a Nigerian wedding. It was a Ghanaian wedding. Okay, yes, it was still Nigerian wedding because the groom was a Nigerian. And the bride was from Ghana, but she's half Ghanaian, half British. So those kind of vibes. Went to the food table to go take food. It was me, Lawrence, and Specs Photo, right? Went to the food to go take food because I'm always the first person to go for food. Obviously,
you like food.
Oh yeah, I like food. I'm not going to dispute the fact that I like food. So I went there and I was turned down because the same issue. I a photographer, you tell us be trap pictures, and can't say be DD. I'm like, sure, no problem. Then I stepped away and I went to tell whoever I came to assist because, like I said, assisting somebody, I don't want to tarnish the person's brand or something. I just have to play cool and pass somewhere and go. Told him and he was like, okay, he's going to talk to the planner for the wedding so that the planner goes to talk to the food lady. The planner did whatever she had to do. We went now. This time around, it wasn't me. Lawrence, the videographer. I don't know if you know Specs Photo. Went. We all went. Right now, I think everybody is done shooting. Right. This is the time for us to eat. We all went, and this woman says she won't allow us take a plate because the guests haven't eaten. It was kind of a heated situation because the funny thing is Lawrence's house is not far from where the venue is, so he just left us and he went to eat in his house. But for us, like, we were hungry throughout the whole day. I don't know whatever happened between him and the clients later, but I know that event I didn't eat the whole day. I went back to go and buy my own Fanta and biscuits and ate in my room and slept. It's so funny because the people who actually booked you for the wedding don't mind, but the people whose money are not in the wedding are the magagians of the
Those
wedding.
who don't even know about the contract you have.
The aunties.
Okay, so Joey, we'll come back to you, but for now, Shafiq, you have 5 minutes for your experience. After that, we have Seun coming in from the other side.
Okay. So can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. So these are like very interesting stories that I've heard so far. And I've also had my own share of experience being a photographer and in very much big trouble. So let me just continue the whole wedding stuff and food, since that's where we currently are. Now, one thing we must acknowledge is communication is very key. Secondly, we are all from different cultural backgrounds and everyone was raised differently. Some people may be yelling at you and to them is normal and they might talk anyhow at you. And even though it may seem very offensive, they see nothing wrong with that. So those are two things. So now let's start with communication. When I was starting out, Team 1000 Words were like my mentors in wedding photography. And as such, I used to follow a lot of their work, their website stuff, rate cards, etc. and stuff, yeah. And then somewhere in their rate card, I think I saw something like, we are not robots or we are not machines. So once in a while, in case you catch us leaning on a wall using our phones or something, like, don't get freaked out or don't panic. We are definitely shooting your wedding. And that's one thing that has like stuck with me since. That was in like their frequently asked questions in their package. So one thing clients must note is that we are not machines. We must eat. We need energy to work for them and work very hard and well. Do you get what I'm saying? So one way to solve that would be, I don't shoot a lot of weddings, but then at least when I do, they are, should I say, pretty high end or something. One thing we must notice that you must always ask your clients, and I think some time ago in the Ghana wedding photographers group, I think Jima Photography shared his booking process. And I saw stuff like, to address the issue of, oh, you didn't take a picture of my uncle or my auntie. And even this has happened to me. I shot a wedding, I submitted all the pictures. And then the woman was like, she didn't see someone one of her family members or her uncle sitting on one table. So I should go back to the files and all of this. But then that was my fault. And I acknowledge that. In Gmail's form, I saw stuff like, what images would you like captured more? So for instance, do you want more of decor, details? Do you want more family members? Do you want more of yourself and stuff like this? And all of this was in the form, or do you want like an all-round package? So this is an option that you can offer to your clients to solve this communication issue. In case they select something like, I want more family, what you can do is, I think it was Ghananie that mentioned it earlier on. You can make them assign someone to you, because sometimes there are very important people coming to your wedding. So you can make them assign someone to you and then take you around, someone who knows the family very well, because then you are strange or you are new to the environment. So you let them assign someone to you and then they just show you who and who to take pictures of. I think that way we could solve the issue of you didn't take picture of my uncle, my auntie, etc. Moving on to the food trouble. Me, I've gone to a wedding and they will tell you that you are not here to eat, you are here to work. Yes, that's very true. But like I mentioned, we need energy to work. And weddings in Ghana are very lengthy. First of all, they do not go by their timing. And this is your fault, not mine. Because I came there on time to leave early as well, or to abide by my time. And then I stand in a queue and then you tell me you are not here to eat. One way to fix that is you can ask the client, would you want us to eat during the wedding or when there's like break time for everyone? Because obviously we wouldn't take pictures of people eating since it looks displeasing to the eye. You can ask them that, would you want us to eat during that break time, or would you make takeaway packs for us? Or would you specify a time for us to eat during the event, especially if it's a lengthy one? I shot this wedding and the lady was like, oh, all vendors shouldn't eat. We would prepare or package your food for you. And then trust me, it was really beautiful. There was no fight or whatsoever. No, you are here to work. You are not here to eat and all of that. Another thing about photographers, I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm working personally, for instance, shooting, like I don't even think my mind goes to food. You get, maybe you can substitute it for maybe water, energy drink, or even drinks just to keep you going. You get. So sometimes we need to try as photographers. I mean, it's not easy at all. Now let me go to some personal studio experiences.
You have to.
Very annoying. Yes, I'll be quick. Very, very annoying. And I don't know who. It was also Ghananie that got booked that way. So this girl just hit me up. I just opened my studio at that time, and this girl just hit me up on Instagram. Oh, I want to take some pictures of myself. You know these girls, fancy things. She came. I took her into the studio, started taking pictures. We hadn't even discussed pricing or everything. Took her into the studio, started shooting. Vim. Then she didn't even see the pictures. She was like, she now said that, but my phone can take these pictures. Then she turned on her selfie camera and she was trying to take pictures. I said, Vim, let me see the pictures. Yes, that's what she told me. I was like, let me see the pictures. Then I showed her mine and she was like, wow, your own is nice. And I was like, she asked me how much for the pictures. I said, I think at the time, 30 CDs, I was charging like 250 CDs. And I told her 250 CDs and she was like, oh, it's too expensive. I can't pay the amount. I was like, you know what? Select the pictures that you want. I'll edit them and send it to you. So I just edited it and sent it to her. And then that was just the end of our relationship. Another one. Last one. I'll be very quick.
Hold on. We'll come back.
There was this lady.
Seun is on the line.
Okay, sure.
So let's just hear Seun from Enfield. Let's hear his experience. Seun, welcome. Unmute your mic.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we can.
I called in to correct Joey about his perception about Nigerian wedding. It's not about Nigerian. It's about the person. It's about that person. However, most of my clients in London are Ghanaians, and when it comes to timekeeping, 90% of Africans, we are bad at it. We are 100% bad at it. And it depends on the, let me say, if I want to cover a wedding, I would ask the client for the client's expectation, what they want to be short, what they want to be covered. However, when it comes to refreshment, I don't plan to eat there. So I prepare to keep myself going. If the opportunity to eat comes, superb. If it doesn't come, I don't care. That's how I work. And I learned that from a renowned wedding photographer, Jide Alakija. I learned that from him. Prepare yourself. You might have the opportunity to eat, you might not have the opportunity to eat. More so, if you're covering an event and the client themselves does not know what to do, as in they don't know what they want, you guide them through. Because most especially these are our Nigerian women. Yeah. Look at these Ghana people. They are just here instead of them to work. They are here to eat our food. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Oftentimes, we step in, we the men, we step in. Because they've been working, they need to eat. Because that is how they reason. They believe they paid you for everything. But from the beginning, if you have told them, oh, are you providing refreshment for us? Oh, they tell you, oh, there will be food. Or okay, can we have our hours separately? Sorry, can we have ours separately so that we don't get in the way of your guest? And when you get there on that day, you remind the bride that, oh, has it been provided for? So that, to me, that's just it's a communication thing. And I'm sorry for Joey, the slap you got. I'm very sorry you deserve it. But I said something earlier on that why didn't you invite that person to the toilet and beat the person up? The reason
He's
I
being
said
professional.
that, let me tell you. I know this is YouTube, but I will say this. It's something I've done before. When I started photography, there was this client. The boyfriend was annoying. That was why I was telling I told Ghananie that don't touch your model, get a brush. The guy was extremely annoying. He beat up his girl because she was the one doing the photo shoot with me.
Right.
So
right in front of you.
It's no outside. He slapped her for allowing her for me to touch her. So when I noticed,
Wow.
I invited him. I said I want to have a chat with him. So I invited him to the toilet of the studio. I beat him up there. I did. I beat him up. I beat him up there. We came out. So the babe was like, what happened to you? He can't talk. He couldn't talk. I said, can we continue? And I told him to leave. But the lady never knew what really happened. But I don't like a man beating a woman. So because I noticed he went outside to slap her, I invited him to the toilet. I beat him up. At times I still see him on the train. I still see him on the train when I'm going to work. I'm like, what's up, guy? When he sees me, we just turn to the other side and walk away. He's a guy. Moreover, he's a Ghanaian.
Oh wow.
He's a Ghan. Or you have Ashanti and you have Ghan. He's Ghan. Yeah, he's Ghan. And the girlfriend is Ashanti. I mean, she's a. So I'm very sorry, Ghanaian friends. I beat one of your guys up. I'm talking about
one of your guys slapped Joey.
And so Joey, so sorry about that slap. But because of your mouth is too sharp, Joey. But thank you guys. However, everything is down to communication. Speak to your client from the beginning. Tell them ask them if they have provision for refreshment. If not, prepare your mind that covering this event is 50-50. You might eat and you might not. And if you have Ogba, we call them Ogbanje, which is Ogbanje Nigerian vendors or aunties on that event day, you're done. You're done. So I can feel your pain, but prepare your mind when you are covering events, most especially when you're covering Nigerian events. Prepare yourself. It is 50-50. Thank you very much, guys. Let's continue. I'll be chatting. Cheers, man.
All right. You're welcome. Seboni, get ready. When you're ready, just unmute your mic and we go. So guys, you see, these are Seboni, you won't wait small. Okay, Seboni, carry on.
Oh, okay. So my experience has to do with the bodyguards. It was actually a birthday shoot we did for one big man. So the thing is, I don't like shooting events like alone. Regardless, even if your package has to do with one photographer, I'll make sure I come with someone just because of some experiences I had years ago. So I had a call from a lady that she wanted to have a surprise birthday for the daddy and all that. So fast forward, went through the booking and everything was set on the day. We're taking our pictures, vibing and all that with the assistant I went with. So it was like he was trying to take a picture of a big man. The big man's friend came with a girlfriend, and he was trying to take a picture. And it's like the bodyguard told him he can't take picture of that man. So the mistake I think he did was he didn't inform me. So I went back during the shooting process. I also went and I tried taking a picture of the same man and the girlfriend, and the bodyguard was like, "Pupu Kra, what's up? We dey talk, they hear." So me, naturally, if anyone who knows me, I'm a very calm guy. I didn't say anything. I was like, "Sorry, boss." I was just leaving. This guy wants to smash my camera and all that. Like, make I delete the picture. The picture I took, I was like, boss, I didn't take it. So I didn't say anything. So I went to the girl who called us to the event. I was like, "Charlie, what's the go there? They feel threatened. So we have to leave if they don't calm things down." So the girl went to the big man and was like, "Okay, so yeah, so things came down." But Charlie, anytime I see the bodyguard, I feel like Charlie, I'm going to So yeah, that's my experience.
Okay. All right. So let's go to Catalyst and we'll come back to you, Sir Bonnie. Now, for now, we are talking about our experiences, what we have gone through. We want you guys to know that before we can talk about something, we want you guys to connect. We won't just tell you about go and do this, don't do this, don't do that. We want you to know that these things are real. We've all experienced them, from what you've heard from everybody, from chocolates to the last person who spoke, and even me talking. We've all experienced this thing. So be prepared, Charlie. You will meet people who will make you feel so useless for holding a camera. They'll make you feel like you have nothing doing at home. That's why. I mean, you invited me to come shoot your birthday party, and somebody is treating me like I have nothing doing. I just took my camera and I'm feeling bored, so I just came there to take pictures. You get it? If you're a big man and you're there with someone's girlfriend or your girlfriend, you don't want your wife to know. At least just the birthday girl should know better to say, oh, there are certain coded people coming. So these people, don't take pictures of them. But no, they won't do that. And now the next day, the birthday girl will be like, my uncle from Johannesburg came with his daughter and you didn't take pictures of them. Meanwhile, those same people were denying you the chance to take pictures of them and all that, to the point that they even want to slap you and all that. Because some will even, as Bonnie said, they would want to smash your gear and ask you delete this picture. Meanwhile, it wasn't even a picture of them. You took a picture of somebody and they were in the background and all that. So these are real life experiences that we are sharing with you. So take notes and be prepared for the real. If you haven't started shooting events, yes, Charlie, get prepared. Events especially, you will meet these people. The person who has nothing to do with the contract will be the one stressing your ass off, right? So Catalyst, let's hear from you.
Well, thank you, Don. And I'm really enjoying the experiences that my colleagues are going through, although some of them are unpleasant, but It's unfortunate. It's how the work is. I'll keep my experience short because I would rather prefer to have more time later on to take people through how to give clients the ultimate experience. So, one experience that I had was when I started shooting events, I was having these problems, food issues, all of those things. There are times where a client will even call you that I want you to go and take pictures of my mother. Whilst maybe they are coming to share vows and all of that, the mother will say, I'm going, so come outside and come and take
Exactly.
pictures of me so that I go. And maybe they only sign up for one photographer, so it becomes difficult for you. And you have to tell them, oh, can you wait so that I capture this? And then they throw tantrums and all of that, having all of that to do. So, one thing, luckily for me, I got a chance to have Laurie Lawson assist me by doing the administrative work for me. Trust you me, if you have the resources, have an administrator. Because then when it came to booking, when it came to arranging for our food during events and everything, even deliverables, she was handling all of that. So when it comes to events, I just pick my bag, my assistant picks the bag,
Kata,
we go, we get
Kata,
there,
keep that
and
in
then
your
she even
lecture.
directs us what to do.
Keep that in your lecture. Now we just want
No,
to hear
that's
your
an
experience
experience.
first.
No, it's an experience
Okay.
because there are times where when it comes to the food and it comes to the shouting and raving, it has nothing to do with the photographer. It has everything with the administrator going to say that this is what I agreed with you, this is what you should do. It gives you the creative mind because trust you me, when people start shouting at you and then you also get angry, your creative thinking subsidizes a bit. So I'm just saying I'm going to keep it short because I have a lot to say about how to give a client the experience. But someone also told me their experience, and this I'm going to be in the reverse way of them also being nice to a photographer and then the photographer trying to take advantage of them. Now, remember, we are talking about our experiences of being harassed and all of that. But then the clients also have experiences where photographers harass them. Sometimes even getting their image, they tell them that if you don't let me do this with you, you're not going to get your image and all of that. So if they have those experiences and then they bring those experiences forward to their next shoot, they are going to act like assholes. Maybe it might not be you giving them the bad experience in the past, but they have that past experience that they are bringing forward. So they want to prevent themselves from having those experiences. So they are going to act like assholes. So just to say that it's not just the photographers experiencing that, the clients are also experiencing bad stuff from us. So it's a win-win situation. You treat me well, I treat you well. I'm going to cut it short. That is it, so that I can have more time
Okay.
later.
So we have to hear. Let's hear from Muse. You have 60 seconds for your experience. After you, Joey also has 60 seconds for the experience. Then we go. So we spent 1 hour 15 minutes talking about our experiences. So we'll use the next 1 hour to advise and then give out the how do we even call the best practices, how to handle such situation, how to prevent some of these things from happening. So Shafiq, 60 seconds for you. Your last experience.
Okay, so my last experience, I had this client, very, very stubborn. It wasn't even a well-paying gig, but then Vim, I went to do the shoot. We agreed on a price. I went to do the shoot, finish editing the picture sharp because I needed a cash urgently, very, very urgent. Now I finished editing these pictures, submit it to the client. The client says, "Oh, thanks. She likes them. Blah blah blah. Cool. Now where's my money?" This client doesn't want to pay me. I think over like 9 months to 12 months. Guess how much? 1,000 Ghana cedis. So I always go back to these experiences because I want you to know that the low-paying clients are the ones that will stress you out. I ended up telling her off. I blasted her. Now it was someone that recommended me to her. Someone recommended me to her. Sorry. Now, see, when I can call her, message her, she will ignore me and all. But since I started blasting her, she knows how to take screenshots. Some old woman who she took screenshots of what I was sending to her and sent it to the person that recommended me. And the guy bore plus me. He said that no, this is not how we talk to our clients. So every business, there are losses inside and things like that. But ultimately, I wish I had never worked with her. And honestly, I'll say that you should be very nice to your clients, like all in all. During my experience at the Revealed workshop, we learned that you must love your clients, show them love, because you can't use hate
so
to fight hate.
you
It's
will
only
say that
love
in
on
your
hate.
lecture. You have 10 minutes for your lecture. So you will say that, Joey, 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
All right, very short. All right, so the video experience I'm talking about, right? I had a client. Someone recommended me to a client. A fellow photographer recommended me to a client out there, and he wanted to do some hair shoots. So it's just a recent something. I have my race card. I have my terms and conditions in it. In the sense that the moment you send a deposit, that means you have accepted my terms and conditions. You don't have to say anything about it, right? And it was an hour shoot, but extended into, let's say, 2 to 3 hours. They came in late and all that. In the studio I went to book, Seller was really bored because the clients were keeping long, honestly. And with me, if you waste my time, I don't mind, because I mind in the sense that I have something else to do. But I don't mind because I wouldn't really charge you for wasting my time. But the studio I am going to book will be the problem. So yes, they came, we did a shoot. After all the rapport, we finished the shoot. You see, where I booked the studio for an hour and they gave me extra 2 hours, as you know, I'm someone who comes in all the time to come and book the studio, right? So let's say compensation something. Then this, I let this client know that you've used up my compensation time and you've even extended more than 2 to 3 hours. This is what the guy is charging me. So this is what we have to do, right? So you have to pay off. This is supposed to be your cost and not my cost. And this outside client, the foreign client, was cool. But I don't know what happened. She went in to go call her cousin to come and talk to me. And this is not how we do business. This is, you should think about it. You know, the people this girl will bring later. I'm like, hello. First off, I didn't deal with you when we're having this long conversation, right? The only time I think I got to deal with you was when the money was being sent, because she was still outside the country and you were here. So you sent me the deposit for the shoot. So let me kindly deal with your sister. This is the problem. This is what we have to solve so that I can move and go finish up editing the pictures, since you want us as quickly as possible. Oh, you're not professional. If it was somebody else, you understand. They won't even take the money. They'll give it to us for free and go. I'm like, okay. Oh, I still said the okay, and I repeated the same thing because it's not my studio. If it was my studio, you see, I really don't like dealing with money, because I make sure to be all strict and stand behind the cell phone. Make sure that I get all the document details, that if you take me to anywhere, I have proof that this is what we said, right? So in as much as I don't want to deal with money in person, sometimes I try and avoid it by telling you, oh, this and this and this, and this might be something that will come up later. So let's try and curve it here before it gets there. And all the time, it's not that sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but majority of the time, these people will come back and come, oh, this is not how it's done. It's not professional. It's not this, it's not that. I'm like, so the time you have spent, are you expecting me to take it out of my fee and pay the studio guy or what? But you have to talk to him. He's your guy. He's my guy. Wow. And this is not coming from the client. It's coming from the cousin who is a Ghanaian.
It's always like that.
A Ghanaian. I'm like, so if it was your business and somebody was saying this to you, what would you have said? And I would think about it. I would sympathize with that person. I'm like, okay, business is business. I have my relationship with you, but when it comes to business, I don't play with it. In the sense that when I fall short and I come and be in your hands, I'm so sure you're not going to spare me. So please, let's settle this with the studio guy and move. Yeah. So most of the time, some clients, they've made up their mind. They'll come with
5
other
seconds
people.
more.
They'll come with other people to come and just mess you up.
All right, so guys, we have spoken about our experiences. Now let's go ahead and then, give you guidelines. These are not do's and don'ts; they are guidelines. So we will, from our experience, what we have learned, what we have put into place to make sure these things don't happen. But even if they do happen, how you should, handle them so that you will be void of any breaches and all that. So, Catalyst, if you're ready for us, take us away. His video is off. I don't know if he's still here.
Drew, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't here for a second. I was handling some.
Yeah. All right, so Catalyst, you have 10 minutes.
10 minutes for no, it's 15 minutes. I don't know. I spared you more than 5 minutes, and then you're telling me the same 10 minutes. This is unfair. I can't say that. I won't agree to this kind of bullying.
Don't worry. If okay, all right. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So please keep the time, because most of the time I get lost. So you're starting at 9:22, 9:23 exactly. So Catalyst, carry on.
All right. So at this session, we've heard the experiences. To be honest, these experiences are real-time experiences. Going through that, it hurts, but as I said, there's always a way of preventing it. We prefer to prevent these experiences than curing them. We don't want it to happen on the ground before we now go like, okay, let's try and control it. In the first place, I don't want Auntie to even come close to me when I'm shooting, to be honest, because that will even kill my vibe. And trying to control that situation and all of that, it's a whole lot of things. So in the past, I've been doing my research. Yeah, as usual, I like research. So I'm always doing research on everything. And I realized that a number of photographers have a way of handling their clients in a way that gives them that kind of family bond. So I'm going to deal with this area in three folds. That's before the shoot, the day of the shoot, and then after the shoot. Maybe that will be enough and to be concise for us to understand. So some of the things, and these are not things that I do, not all of them. I do some of them, but it's a compilation of all the things that people have been doing, which I think it works and it's easy for us to all do. So if it falls within what you do, you can take it on. If it doesn't, you can ignore and move on with your life. So before the shoot, the first and important thing, and I know that's all we've been talking about, is timely communications. I don't know why Donald Abi is making noise. Can you mute your microphone? You are disturbing us. Why? His internet is not even good. By the time he hears the message, Armageddon would have happened. So before the shoot, the first and most important thing is timely communication. You have to communicate timely. A client will send you an email, a client will send you a WhatsApp. Oh, can you send me your package? Then you wait till the next 2 days to send it, or you wait till the next week and then you have to apologize. Apology in business is a way of telling someone that, sorry, you are not that important. That's the key thing. Once you start an email or a text message with, I apologize for the delay, you're trying to tell the person that you are not that important. I only respond to you when I'm free. So timely communication, it's always key. It's very, very, very essential. And then secondly, you don't want a situation where you send a package to a client or a contract to a client and they have to come back asking you questions over and over and over. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? it's too much hassle. It's like you're explaining your business to people. So your packages and your contract should be easy to understand. It should be as easy as if you are booking package A, it's a 6 hour shoot. There will be two photographers available. During the shoot time, we are going to shoot and have a 30 minutes break to eat. After the shoot, the next day we are going to send you 10 images. 3 weeks time we are going to send you 250 images. We'll send it through Google Drive, or we'll send it through pen drive, or we'll send it through a disk. 1 month later we are going to provide you with a photo book based on the so number of selected images from you. It has to be so clear that the client doesn't have to come and say, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? It makes your work easier for you. Thirdly, which is something that I think in Ghana, I know Gemma does it very well, is ask your clients to fill out a questionnaire. Ask them to fill out a questionnaire. How many people are you expecting at that event? Or how many people are you expecting at that photo shoot? Oh, there will be 4 people. I'll be coming with my makeup artist, my hair uh, person, my stylist. Know the number of people that are coming to your space. Now, I know in Ghana, insurance is not a big deal, but out here, insurance is a big deal. You need to know the number of people that are coming into your space, because if something should happen, you should be able to know that your insurance can cover it or not. So the number of people, all of that, the questionnaire should be there. Who are the important people coming? Are there any special important people we shouldn't take pictures of? All those things have to be there. Who is the person providing you with the event plan? Can I have their contact? You contact that person, you send a questionnaire to them. Can you send me the floor plan? All of those things. It makes you involved in it. The fourth important thing, which is something that um, Laurie Lawson advised me on, and then I really loved, is in-person consultation. So when we have a client booking us for a wedding, one of the key things that we do is that we say, oh, can we meet to discuss? Then you can send them the contract and everything before that, so that when you are there, they can ask all the questions, and you can also ask all the questions. Like, oh, do you have someone for your cake? Do you have someone for video? Do you have all of these things? Offer an in-person consultation. After you've done all of that, knowing that, Charlie, where it's gotten to, this client is your client. Friend your client on social media. If it's Instagram, go on Instagram, follow that client. If it's Facebook that you are really big there, go on Facebook, send them a friend request. Let them know that you want to be part of their life till that event. Now, that's a way of you being even able to get first-hand information. For all you know, there is someone out there who is not part of the vendors, but that person is key, and the person is saying that, oh, please come to this wedding, RSVP. They put the number there on their social media. And that's the only way they will also be comfortable saying that, oh, this person will be shooting my wedding, or this person shot my wedding, and all those tags and everything. There are a number of times we go to shoot events and then we complain afterwards that the client doesn't tag us. Of course, you are not the client's friend. So those are some of the things. Another thing is offer services ahead of the session. For instance, you have a photo shoot. Someone says, I'm coming to your studio for a portrait session. Send the person something like a what to wear guide. Oh, since you are coming for a corporate shoot, look at some of the things you can wear. You can wear a navy blue suit. You can wear maybe a blue tie or red tie or a black tie. Maybe don't wear a pink tie because it might not suit well with your brand. Give them that kind of added value service. Also, send text, emails, reminders ahead of the time to prepare them. Like, oh, I'm excited to meet you tomorrow. I hope you are prepared for tomorrow. It's going to be an exciting day. Give them that hype so that before they get there, they are even already hyped. Now let's go to the day of the shoot. That one you don't do much. That's the thing. You do a lot before the shoot and after the shoot. But the day of the shoot, you just consider probably bringing them a gift if it's a big client. So a big man calls you for a shoot. You know this is a big man because the person is paying you like 5K for a portrait session. You are going to their house and then you go with 10 fingers. Come on. You are going for a 5K check and you don't even have the ability to go and then say that, oh, it's you are going for a birthday shoot. Oh, I brought you this. I was passing through the mall. I decided to get a bar of chocolate for you. Just a gift, something to just let them understand that, oh, this guy actually cares. Have fun during the session, but please be respectful. Having fun doesn't mean go touch them in inappropriate places. No, just let them have fun. If you have a speaker that has Bluetooth in it, just ask them, oh, do you have a phone? Do you want to connect to my speaker so you play your favorite songs? Don't let them come and then you decide that you are going to play Shakiti Bobo because that's what you like to play. Maybe they are into Celine Dion and all of those. That's how they can get their groove on. Allow them, tell them, oh, you can connect to the speaker and play the song that you like, your favorite song. Let them feel they are welcome into your space. Now, after the session, send them a message thanking them, either a message or an email. Just thank them. That's all you have to do that day. Giving them the gift, having fun, and then thanking them after the session. Now, after they shoot, the next day, check up on them. You go shoot a wedding, and the next day, you don't even care. No, you shot the wedding. The next day, you check up on them. Charlie, how was your night? I hope you had fun. Then that's when I've done that and I've seen some clients come and say that, oh, you know what, can you please help me get one picture and then you design a thank you thing for me, or can you get a graphic designer to design a thank you so I can send it to the big man that came to my place. You are developing a new kind of relationship. Now afterwards, whatever you said you would deliver, meet your expectation, if possible exceed it. You tell them, oh, 1 month, I'll send you your pictures. It's fair. Imagine someone you shoot a wedding and 1 month before they see one picture. So someone says that 1 month, 1 month you get your pictures. That's what the contract says. But in 1 week, you can say, oh, I have these 5 pictures for you because I want you to enjoy and remember your event. They don't wait till they ask for it. Just send one or two. If their client asks for it, they'll ask for 10 or 20. If you send it, they'll appreciate whatever number you send to them because the contract didn't say that. Another thing that can say is also offer products that make you and your brand proud. Like this is so simple. Don't go and offer drone shots when you don't even have a drone. You don't even know how to fly a drone. But you know how to use an 85. You can get a picture, retouch it, and then they feel, Charlie, this is a picture worth it. So in your package, put it there. I am going to give you a portrait picture that you can frame on your wall because you know your expertise is shooting portraits and editing, retouching it high end. They will appreciate it more because they will be able to say that this is what my photographer did for me. Now, time and deliverables. I have been a victim of that. There has been situations where I go into a shoot or I tell a client, oh, I'll deliver in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, 10 days time, I go to the client and say, oh, Charlie, you know what? Can you give me an extra week because next week I won't be able to deliver. It's not good for the brand. If you think it's 1 month, tell the person in 1 month you will get the images. Then you can surprise the person with 3 weeks. That's fine. It's better to say I can't do it and then you do it than you say I can do it and not do it. Those are some of the things. There are other 4 things that I would like to add to it. These are 4 random stuff that your packaging, when you're delivering your packaging, don't take a pen drive, hold it in your hand, and then go and give it to the client. I am a victim of that. You tell the client, I have given the pen drive to an Uber driver or a courier driver. The courier driver is bringing it. Meet the courier and collect your pen drive. No, put it in a box, package it, let it be nice. Look, I've been a victim of that. They have been trying to have annoyed me so much that I even put it on an SD card. Then I go and copy it in their laptop for them. But then it's bad. Now I know better. I won't do that. You understand? Package it well so that when the client sees a box designed with their name, Ekia or Kojo Words Adwa or Mr. and Mrs. Gungungun, they see the box and they want to video it and put on social media. Charlie, this is my wedding package from my photographer. They'll even tag you. That's free marketing for you. Also, I know it's this, I'm going to say, get feedback. Get feedback. It might be terrible. Maybe that day auntie showed up and then you also showed your behavior. It doesn't matter. Still, ask for feedback. They should tell you what happened that day. They should tell you how you can make better your experience. They ask for feedback. It's not that terrible. Remember details. When they tell you certain things, oh, I don't want my boobs showing. Oh, I don't want my armpit showing. Remember those details so you don't forget them. Because you can send 200 pictures to a client, and then the client will just tell you that, look, there was one picture that my boobs was showing. I told you I don't want my boobs to show. The last one I'll say is that have a mailing list and then exclusive offers for your clients already. They said my time is up, so it's okay. I'll keep the rest of the knowledge to myself for future use for myself. Don, you are muted, so we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Once we are done going round, we'll come back to you and give you 5
No, Don,
minutes.
I'll keep the rest for myself.
Young man, behave yourself.
See, I have all of these sheets. Look, I have all of these sheets.
Are you in an arrest? So we'll come back to you for 5 extra minutes. So the next person to go on is Muse. So Muse, Catalyst, we gave him 5 more minutes because I think in his first submission we cut him off. That's why we added an extra minute. So Muse, 10 minutes. If you need more, we'll come back and then add you an extra 5. So for now, we have 10 minutes. Yeah, it's 9:40, so you have 10 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. So I would like to begin with categorizing. First of all, I'd like to commend Catalyst for putting together what he said. It was very informative, insightful, and I believe fellow photographers or people listening should go by mostly everything he said. Now I'll start by coming from my field of photography, which is more of studio, portrait, or say commercial. I would like to categorize what I'm coming to talk about into 3 main points, which is pre-production, production itself, and then post-production. What I mean by this is, so we are going to look at what happens before the shoot, during the shoot, and after the shoot, which most of what I'm going to say, maybe Catalyst would have covered it in his talk. So pre-production. Communication is key. You should learn to communicate with your clients effectively and tell them or brief them about everything that's going to happen during the shoot and even after the shoot. Catalyst spoke about this, so I wouldn't talk too much about it. I also like to recommend or make suggestions for the shoot. So for instance, I did a shoot a while or a long time ago, somewhere in 2017, and it was for a ballet company. Sometimes what the artist has in mind may not also be the client's vision, or sometimes what the client wants to do may not be the artist's vision as well, vice versa. Sometimes I like to make suggestions and just try to agree or come to an agreement with the client. So that's one part. Catalyst mentioned gifts are very essential or a very essential part to your relationship with the client. I've gone to a shoot with him before, and before we did a shoot, these guys were like from the UK, like Black Americans, or should I say Black British people. And I felt something nice they would enjoy would be golden tree chocolates. So then I bought them a couple, and then Catalyst and I gave them to them after the shoot, and they were very happy because I mean, modeling is very difficult, even as an end consumer, not even a model. Now let's go to production. During production, what happens is when my clients come over to the studio, I make sure they are very comfortable. So that includes offering them drinks, water, their choice of music, just at least to make them feel at home. And then also, ideally, just smile a lot with them. Don't frown. What you need to know is, Charlie, sometimes you're going to do a shoot, but then behind you, there's like a lot of crap or stuff that have happened to you. So you may be a bit down, or you may not have a reason to smile. But then always try to wear a smile, because one thing people tell me a lot when I'm shooting is, "Oh, this guy, you're so happy. You always smile a lot." Do not touch your models or your subjects. Seek for permission. Catalyst spoke about this. Post-production. Delivery of final work is very key. You would want the client to enjoy what you've put together for them. And I would like to say a big thank you to Steve Morris for showing me Pixie Set, because ever since I started using it, it's really changed the way I delivered my final images to my clients. Please, there's free Pixie sets which you can sign up for and utilize effectively. Please stop using Google Drive and Dropbox to deliver final pictures. Sometimes it's just displeasing, or it just doesn't look right when you deliver, especially if you're not putting it in a very well packaged box, like Catalyst said. What happens is after the shoot, I try to maintain a very good relationship with all my customers or clients. I check in on them every now and then, especially those who have kids. When I'm going to their homes, sometimes you can just go and visit them. You don't have to go and shoot. Charlie, we also need people as friends. It's not every day work. Try and have like a social part or social aspect to your life. Sometimes you can hop in, check up on your clients, go to their home, sit down, eat, talk, have fun, etc. Another key thing is do not fight with your clients. Sometimes clients may be very stubborn and very difficult to work with, even after delivering your final images. Sometimes it may not be difficult during a shoot, but then after delivering your final images, they may be very stubborn. During Revealed, I had this question like that really bothered me, and they addressed it. They were like, you can't use hate to fight hate. You must use love to fight hate. So earlier on, I mentioned that there was this client that I really bashed. And then there was another client that was acting in the same way. I had shot like her mom's funeral for like over a year or two, and she hadn't even paid. And initially, I was being harsh on her. I wasn't cursing her. I was like, "Oh, I'll use interest charges, stuff like that." And she was like, "Oh, please, I can't afford, blah, blah, blah." Then after the workshop, like my whole perspective on treating clients changed. I went back, just checked in on her. I was nice to her. Every now and then I'll just send her a text, "Hope you're doing well and you're staying strong," etc. And trust me, she paid the money. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes, even though you want to be harsh and all of that, Charlie, you just need to cool down and just show some love, spread a big love and all of that. Like Catalyst said again, after production, please give your client some gifts. Prints do not cost so much. They wouldn't break the bank. even if you're spending 200 CDs or 300 CDs to make a frame for your clients, just do it. It makes them happy. Ultimately, you are interested in clients' happiness. And I watched this movie. It was this hotel movie or so. I can't really remember the name. But then one thing I took away from the movie was client is God. You get so majority of the time, even though some clients are like pretty stubborn and stuff, client is God. Without them, you can't survive. And we all need our clients. So kindly be nice to your clients and Charlie. Just what ultimately what I would say is, or what I would want to conclude this with is treat your clients how you would want to be treated if you were paying for a service from someone. So that's my contribution to the ultimate client experience.
All right, we'll come back to you, Muse. Thank you very much. So Joey, it's your turn. Unmute your mic and take us away. You have 10 minutes from 9:48. So 9:58.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say. 10 is too small. Don't do that. All right.
Okay, so you have 15. Make it 15.
All right. So from all the experiences I've gathered, being at a beginner when I started, being at an intermediate, being at me being the professional that I am now, right? So I've learned some few things and I would like to share them. Basically, I think Muse and Catalyst have said everything, but I'll still say what I think about what they said. So first thing, as a photographer, if you're coming up, I'm sure you would want to know a lot of things, what you need to do and what you don't need to do. But if you are well invested, if you want to take it as a full-time business, I would advise you get an administrator, someone who can handle your clients for you, someone you know if you fall short on certain issues, you wouldn't want to find yourself wanting when it gets there. Earlier, I had a conversation with a photographer friend of mine, and he was like, he has issues with trying to deal with client feelings. When the client comes to him and the client cries 2-3 times, then he just reduces the price for the client. And I was like, you would have to learn how to deal with that, right? You would have to learn how to. So, in as much as you're trying to run a business, you have to attach feelings to it, but don't let the feelings be too much than that of the business. So, if you know you can't deal with such situations, learn how. I think you should learn how to learn if it makes sense. If you learn how to learn, you will learn how to deal with such situations in the sense that it's either you get yourself an administrator or know where you think if you are or the comfort zone in which you are in, you can actually tell the client what you want without feeling bad. So we mean, like I said, I don't like dealing with money upfront. I like to be behind my phone and let you know my strict points and what I need and what I don't need. But if I meet you up front and you start telling me, oh, the money this, the money that, it's either I lie and let somebody come inside and come and help me, or I think I'll tell you, let's just talk on the phone when we get back. Then I'll still stick to my point, right? So if you have the opportunity to get an assistant, an administrator or a PA, that would be a plus for you. So the second point I have is patience with clients. So with clients, with all the points I'm mentioning, it has to do with weddings, some has to do with studio shoots, some has to do with even models you shoot with, right? So with clients, you really have to be patient with them. I, for one, I'm not really a patient guy. I am very, very quick-tempered, but working with quite a few people, quite some renowned photographers in the country, have taught me how to be patient with clients. If I'm not patient with, let's say, other photographers, with my clients, I'm really, really patient and I know what to say and know what not to say. So, for example, you're at a wedding, you're shooting a wedding, like, let's say, I always use Nigerian wedding because those are the ones that stress me the most. And maybe some really, really tough Ghanaian people too. You're at a wedding, you're cooking, then some groomsman somewhere who isn't even paying anything, he hasn't even contributed a peso, is telling you what to do, right? So I think I'll merge this point to be a master of your craft, like be like be courageous. I don't know how to put this. Know your craft. So let me put it that way. You should know your craft. You should stand your ground, right? So if we are at an event, right, and you're shooting, let's say the groom, you want this particular pose that you think will actually bring out how nice the groom is or how nice the bride will be. Then let's say a bridesmaid somewhere, a groom somewhere, a groomsman somewhere, okay, but this pose looks weird and it doesn't look nice and all that. Fine. Let them know that okay, it doesn't look weird. It looks weird. It doesn't look nice. Can you allow me do what I do, because this is what I was booked here for. First thing, it's either your client understands the fact that you know what you're about and they respect you for that, because at that point you are putting whoever is trying to trouble you in his place. But do it in a nice way. Don't be like, yo, boss, I know what I do. Relax on me, relax on me. Be like, oh, I appreciate your input, right? I really, really do appreciate your input. But if you would allow me take this kind of picture, then I'll really be glad. You take the picture, go and shame them and show them how the picture looks. They'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what you wanted to do. They'll even feel shy. And next time, they wouldn't come telling you what to do and what not to do. Right? So yeah, so be a master of your craft and be really, really patient with your clients. You should know how to deal with, mostly it's the brides. When they are stressed up a little bit, trust me, you wouldn't get anything planned at all. When the mother comes and tells you, you have 10 minutes to go, you have 10 minutes to go. That is where you see people like trying to fidget, like they fidget a lot. Okay, I need to take the shots, and you end up not getting the shot you want. Let your clients know that in as much as your time is going and it's a wedding, you have to be at the church. This is a one-time thing. There's no way you will come and redo the wedding again for me to get this particular picture. So kindly take your time, relax for me, and let me grab these stills. Most of the time, these things happen when you are, let's say, you're not a really, really renowned wedding photographer. I've worked with good people, like let's say Focus on Blair. And when I'm shooting with Focus on Blair, the kind of reaction or the kind of vibe with the bride, you realize that the bride gives them all the time they need because of how big their brand is and how good they're able to produce very, very good images. But let's say with me, which I know a lot of people know I shoot weddings, right? If I should get the kind of respect or the kind of time and attention and vibe they gave to Focus and Blair, yes, we are two different people, but for every wedding, everybody has to be very friendly and nice. They wouldn't give it to me because they would think I don't know what I am about, right? So, like I said, you should be a master of your craft. You should know what you're about. You should let them know that this is what you do. This is why they booked you, right? And they should trust you with whatever it is. So the other point is honesty. Charlie, I have been dishonest before. There was this time I went to shoot an event where my battery died, my flash battery died because I was coming in from another program, right? And I told the client, oh, I left my stuff down there. Rather, I just went out of the hall to go and buy battery at the nearby shop, right? I came back and I had missed a couple of shots. And I wasn't really honest because I think the client came down to come look for me and she didn't find me. So if I had told my client that, okay, so I came in from an event and my battery wasn't up to the level I needed it to be and the battery died, she would have actually she would have actually de-escalated the issue and wouldn't make it much of a big deal. That is me getting the feedback later on. Right? So you should be very, very honest with your clients. But you don't have to lie. Don't lie. If your battery is dead, tell your clients the battery is dead. Yes, they might think you're unprofessional, but after all, you're still honest with them. You get it. So be very, very honest with your clients. The next point is you should eat before you shoot. You know, the human biology, well, I did biology in school. The human biology, right? If you don't have enough energy in you get very, very agitated very easy, like very easy. So you can go a whole day without eating, and you can be sleeping and not doing anything, and you wouldn't feel agitated. Let's say you wake up, you have edits to do, and you've not eaten the whole day. In as much as you are trained to not eat the whole day, the very little thing that you think won't even agitate you will get you bored easily. And there are a lot of people who are ready to mess up your whole day. So before you go to a shoot, which I haven't been practicing for a while, I think I'll practice it now. Before you go to a shoot, you should eat before you get there so that you have the energy and not get pissed off easily. I think it works most of the time, and Sometimes too, some people are really trained, I don't know, but kindly eat before you go to a shoot so that you don't get agitated easily when certain things don't go your way. And yeah, so and there's another point I want to make. You don't have to suggest, you don't impose things on your client. I read in a comment somewhere that someone was saying the client will say, "Don't, you can't tell me what to wear." Yes, you can't tell the client what to wear, but like I said, if you master your craft and you know your craft, you can suggest to the client, "Oh yes, you sent me this concept. This is what you are coming to do with me, and that's all that's right. But I think if we do it this way and if we combine these colors, it will be cool because here's the thing: you are the photographer, you know the colors, you know how you're going to play around with the image to bring out the best of it. Why do you think most photographers like to call on their own models and shoot them? Because they know how they can manipulate their pictures, right? So if the client is coming in because he saw a particular, he or she saw a particular picture on your page, probably they want the same kind of feel, they want the same kind of effect. So if you impose, some clients will set back and be like, okay, he's trying to take control of everything. Try and suggest, oh, I think if we do it this way and that way, oh, I like your idea, it's great, but if you don't mind, try and look at this one too. Will it be cool for you? You realize that the more you suggest, you keep on suggesting. Like Atale said, you have to for pre-production, you should send in some stuff you need to do, like let the clients know, oh, this and this and this is what you think would be cool, right? If you keep on suggesting, the clients realize that okay, you're also invested in the shoot. You really want to do the shoot. You want it to come out nice, and they'll think your way. So don't impose them like this won't be nice, this will be nice. Maybe unless it's a shoot you are going to like, it's your own personal shoot where you know that this will be nice and that will be nice. So you don't need any input. You want your input, but that is also not good. Always and always suggest but not impose. The next point I think I want to make is make sure everything is stated in your terms and conditions, right? So I have a lot of problems with clients when it comes to money, like that. It's always money issue. So I believe if I state everything concerning my editing fee, my how long it's going to take, how long my edit is going to take, and I make sure that everything is on my terms. A lot of people don't realize this, but if we take the hierarchy of the entertainment business or creative business, the person on top, the individual on top is the photographer. After the photography comes videography, then there's the makeup artist and there's the other things. Those I don't really need, but I know the hierarchy is the photography. So you, the photographer, has enough say on a lot of things concerning the shoot, right? So make sure you state your terms and conditions and what will make you feel comfortable to be able for you to produce what good and quality work for the client who is coming to book you. So note that one, that's very important. And Muse mentioned consent before touching. Yes, I'm always shooting models, I'm always shooting clients who are like, you guys already know I'm a nude photographer, right? So sometimes you want poses that you think the model can do for you or the clients won't be able to do for you. Before you touch them, before you even touch it, if I want to even remove a hair strand on your face, can I touch you? Even if you are my girlfriend, I'll still ask you. At that point in time, it's a photographer model relationship. It's not girlfriend boyfriend relationship, right? So can I touch you before I move the hair? Oh, can I move your hand before I move your hand? Oh, can I touch your ear? Can I move your body? So seek consent first. Don't go and touch and later you be there and will tell you this photographer when I came, he touched my head, he touched my boobs, he saw my no. Before you came, you have already agreed on everything. And if it's about models, don't forget your model release form. It's very necessary. I have shot a nude picture before and I never posted it. Why? We verbally agreed that I was going to post it. After posting, the girl came and the father days, the mother days, I had to take it down. If I had her sign the model release form, this wouldn't have happened. So no matter what, yes, people might cringe on the fact that I'm your friend and you want me to sign model release form. I don't understand. Yes, you don't understand. Just for what? Future purposes sake. I don't want a trouble where I'll be there and they'll tell me this photographer is a rapist. This photographer is this photographer is that. No, you come, you talk plain. I don't say anything. I just show you. This is what you signed. This is what we did. So let's not take it far. Let's not destroy the relationship we have between us. And we'll take it from there. So always have a model release from if you think you're going to have future problems with the kind of shoot you're going to do, right? Don't make conversations personal with clients, right? I believe everyone has a different way of communicating with their client. Some people go as far as asking how their family is, asking how their kid is. Yes, I get it. You have to be in touch with the clients you work with. But me personally, I'm so not sure it's something right you should do. Yes, check in on your client. Oh, hello there. How are you doing? So I have this upcoming bride, right? You've been postponing the wedding all the time, but I know she's a big paying client, so I don't want to lose that relationship. In as much as I want to keep the relationship between us, and I met her, we spoke in person, so I've sealed that deal over there. I hit her up every 3 weeks. Oh, hello, my bride, you're looking beautiful today. Sometimes I reply to her WhatsApp statuses, even if the makeup is not nice. Oh, wow, the makeup is not, like, just be sweet, but don't make it too personal. Don't extend it into, hello, how are you doing? Have you eaten? Have you eaten is not part of your business. You get it? If you make it too personal, if you make it too close, at the long run, one, it's either they'll be like, oh, but we are too close and you want to charge me this high amount. Or two, they can make a case out of it that so this photographer cry is not professional. When the thing is with women, mostly it happens with ladies. With women, if you are not careful, they can twist like a very nice, cool situation. So you should be very, very careful on what you say to an upcoming client or a client you already have or a client you've already shot. Be polite, be sweet, but don't go beyond what you don't have to go beyond. I like to be personal with people I want to shoot, but when it comes to clients, I know my limits. So you should know your limits on that too. I think I've last some 2 points and I'm done.
But your time is up.
Just one. Okay, let me add the last two. Don't lead on your clients. Don't lead on your clients in an argument. If your client starts, I told you to do this, I told you to do that, just be like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I think it happened because of this. Just give a flimsy excuse, but make sure that I'm sorry is consistent. If the client starts insulting you, see, right now we are in the age of social media where screenshots is simple, they can spoil your brand. Just keep on saying, okay, I'm sorry. All right, okay, I'm sorry. The moment you lead your client on, right, they make a whole conversation out of it and they'll mess up your brand. So the last one is don't go in on a shoot blank. You, the photographer, yes, the model or the client or whoever has sent in whatever they want to do. Sit down, watch videos on whatever it is you're going to shoot, watch pictures on whatever it is you're going to shoot. Sometimes you'll come in, oh, I don't know how to pose. Watch how to pose in that particular concept they sent you. And also suggest videos to your client. Both of you shouldn't come in blank. You all should have an idea of what you're coming to do. And I think everything will be great. Yeah, so I think that's about, I spoke a lot, but I hope.
All right. Thank you, Joey. We'll be back for your last submission, which will be for 5 minutes. Sir Bonnie, if you're here, you kept going on and off. If you're here, let's hear from you. 15 minutes.
Oh, but I think a lot has been said. I just want to highlight a few points, and I think mine will be general.
Minutes do you need?
Oh, you let me talk. Let me go on.
Okay, so 10 minutes for you.
Okay, so I always tell people client relationship is very key. If you want to have a successful career as a photographer, you understand it is a marketing tool. I want to talk from my opinion. I think client relationship is a marketing tool. It can make you, and it can mess you up. So you always have to take it like very serious. And I always believe in clear communication. You understand, whatever you discuss with a client should be clear, and there should always be an agreement. You shouldn't leave anything hanging. If it's money, you should make sure you have agreed on an amount, not reduce it for me or do this or do this. You don't agree and like the D-Day will come and you have to go and shoot after you be having problems here and there. The second point I want to make is you have to get to know your client, what they like and what they don't like. I think yesterday Nanaresh made a good suggestion. If a client wants you to shoot, it would be ideal if you go back, do some background checks on the kind of music they like, maybe their color. So yeah, it can add a little spice to the moment you are shooting. And also, as you are getting to know your client, you should know the medium in which you can communicate to your client. It's not every client that you can WhatsApp or you can call. Some prefer emails, some prefer phone calls, some prefer WhatsApp. So you should know your client and know which medium you can communicate. Also, client relationship shouldn't be something on a short term. I think we have to, for benefit's sake, you should make sure your relationship with your client is a long term, and it's not something you can build in a day. You understand? You have to build it like for a lifetime. And some of the ways you can build those client relationships is trying to deliver on time. Maybe after shooting, if you promise your client you are going to deliver in 2 weeks time, you have to make sure you deliver even before. Try to impress them. You shouldn't give room for clients to be chasing you up and down for their pictures and all that. It's not professional. And once you give a client notice that maybe your pictures will be due in like a month, and you see something beyond you came up and you can't deliver on time, try and make your clients know way before the D-Day, so that you didn't find yourself wanting. And one thing I want to say is you always try to advise and suggest. I think Joey made that point. You don't impose stuff on your clients. You have to give room for suggestions. I think if you do that, you have a nice working relationship with your client. You always have to be nice and calm. Me in person, I'm a very calm person. Even when I'm hurt, I don't know how to talk back. So people sometimes ride on that attitude, like Bonnie de and the crown kashi. I think it has helped me finding myself in a corporate world. Like I don't know how to talk back, even if I'm hurt. I just keep quiet. Oh boss, I'm sorry. Just looking at the future benefits, we need that money, anything for that money, and it's not purposely for that money, because I think client relationship, I see client as a network. You understand? You Ganaba, you know Catalyst know Muse knows Joey. If I'm good to you, you go and market me to Ghana, Catalyst will do same to Joey do same to Muse. So you see that it will open you to a whole lot of benefits. Sometimes even outside photography, you can enjoy a whole lot of benefits. And one thing I want to add is on wishable holidays like Christmas, Easter, like it will be nice if you can send a nice message across to your clients. And is it Joey? Joey made a point about knowing your boundaries. Like you should know your limit to some of the things you talk about with clients. If you want to build like that family kind of relationship, at least you should know your limits. They will ride on you. Oh, madam for we kind, madam for will charge me say tier top, then can't some. So you should always know your limits when it comes to client relationships. I think that's one thing about the rate card and the price list. I think it should be self-explanatory. Someone shouldn't pick up your rate card and be asking a whole lot like, boss, so this thing and that. You should put everything inside. If a client is supposed to call you and ask questions, it should be some few questions of things maybe you didn't add in your rate card. And I think you'll be good to go. So I think that's all I can say about client relationships.
All right, Sir Bonnie. Thank you very much. So, Joey, somebody asked a question. George Ashon says, let me project the question. He says, what are the key stuff that should be present in the model release forms and wedding contract? So just some of the key, I know those forms are subjective. We have simple ones, we have long ones and all that. But my suggestion first of all is go online, look for all these forms. There are various types. There is one that has maybe just person's name, and then you write a whole sentence, and then they just write ourselves. Some have witness 1, witness 2, witness 3, guardian, and a whole lot. So just go online get, there are samples plenty online. Just type model release form and you see a lot. So pick from them whichever one applies to you, then you can apply. Joey, what do you have to say about that?
I think you said it all. When you go on, like you said, there are lots of different ones. There are ones that even benefits just you. There are ones that benefits just the model. Look for ones that have in between the model and you, the photographer. Or you can pick the one that benefits one party and modify it in a way that the model won't feel like you are imposing everything on her. So just like I said, I do shoot nude pictures sometimes, right? In the sense that I want to share the work on social media. I want to share it. Let's say if I have to sell the image, I want to sell the image. So if I'm putting in the model release form and I know I'm going to sell this particular image, I make sure that I let you know that so this picture after the shoot, if it's sold, this is the amount I think I would want to give you. In as much as it's a collaboration, in the sense that the model even isn't really interested in what is going to come after. She is interested in the quality, good picture she's going to get because she has whatever it is she has to go do with that particular picture. So the amount, if I want to give you, fine, I'll let you know, and I'll make sure that we both have rights to this picture, but you can't go use this for any advertisement unless my consent is sought. You get it? So that's with this particular statement, it even goes for the normal model portrait shots you have and all that. And the last thing is I have all the rights to post this picture. And the sense that it's being a nude shoot, these pictures are going to be posted. And nothing of that sort, as in like where somebody would have to touch somebody and all that. I make sure I state in that if you think you're not comfortable, you can come with somebody you are comfortable with. If that person is not going to be a hindrance to the shoot. And I make sure to let you know that since it's a new shoot, I don't want the situation where it will be just me and you, then somebody will say, it's either I'm recording the whole session or I have an assistant over so that anything touching can be done by the assistant. So key ones are I have the right to post them, I have the right to sell them, and if I sell them, if I want to give you that some of the amount, fine, I'll just let you know. So like I said, some can be just to the benefit of the photographer, some can also be to the benefit of just the model. Some too can be the model and the photographer. What you think is good for you, you should just go for it. But make sure it doesn't look like you're trying to cheat the model or something like that. Yes, you are helping the model by giving her very good and quality images for her to promote herself, for you to also promote yourself. But know that the collaboration it's a two-way thing. If there's a makeup artist, it's a three-way thing. If anybody's involved, make sure everybody has to equally benefit from that collaboration.
All right. So, Joey, we understand you have to take your leave. So thank you very much for joining us. We have about 20 minutes more. So just in case you come back before that time, you can join us. All right, guys. So Catalyst, what do you have to say about that? He's asking, what are the key stuff you should look for, when writing a model release and a wedding contract? So some of the basic, the key things that should not be omitted in these two forms. Let's hear from you.
Well, I'll go a bit more towards the legal side. Unfortunately, I've read a little bit and researched a bit on that side. Shall I have to stop doing research? So it's too much. So the first key thing is stating the parties involved. So every contract, the first thing is to state the parties involved. It's a contract between A and B, so that you establish exactly who and who is that. So for instance, if it's a model release form, and then your contract is between you, the photographer, and then model Ajwa, that is where the contract is. You are giving any right you want to give to only Ajwa. So that in the case where Ajwa is represented by Chumesi agency Chumesi agency doesn't have the right to use that same release form and say that, well, since we represent Ajwa, it means we can use Ajwa's pictures from your shoot for her marketing. But if Ajwa comes and says that, look, I want the model release to be between you and then my agency, then you put it as such. So the parties involved in the contract should be stated clearly. Secondly, the body of the model release form should state exactly the rights attributed to each party. So if Ajwa has the right to use it on social media only, you state it there, social media only. If you have unlimited rights, you state it there, you have unlimited rights. Don't only state Ajwa's right and leave your right out. So that later on, if Ajwa goes to find out that you have sold the picture to someone, you say the model release form covers it. It doesn't cover it if you've not stated it in it. The third part of it is know the applicable laws. If the Ghana law states clearly that if you have nude pictures of someone, that nude pictures is the image right of the model, you need to know that the fact that you put it in there that you have rights to pictures or you have rights to this doesn't mean that it's law abiding. The court can still pick your form and throw it away, that your contract is not the law, and still apply the law. That's why sometimes if agencies come to you and say that we want you to have a shoot with us, they give you a contract and they don't state who owns the right. And then they say that, do note that based on the law, we the agency own the right, exclusive right to the image. Just laugh and go. Because based on the law, the Copyright Act of say Ghana, or say I know for US and UK, it is not the agency that owns the right, it's the author of the artwork, the person who took the pictures that owns it. So them writing it in a contract doesn't mean it's binding. There are cases where you've had all of this. So if you are in a country, please, I know you're a photographer, you take pictures, but please try and go beyond that. Learn everything that concerns your business. So as a photographer, I expect that the first thing you should know is the Copyright Act of the place that you are working in. The second thing you should know is the tax applicable to your business. Know these things because they can come in to bite you. For instance, you tell someone that in a contract you are paying me 10,000. The person can give you 9,000 and say the 1,000 is withholding tax because that's what the law says. However, if you say you're giving me 10,000 net of taxes, then you stated it clearly. If they have disputes, they'll come to you. So these are the things: the party to the form, the benefits or the rights entitled, the responsibilities, the applicable law. You state it there. This is in accordance with the Copyright Act. This is in accordance with this act. And then afterwards, you have the final part, which is where the signature is confirmation. Both parties need to confirm with witness. If you have these things, then you know you are on a good course. If you don't have these things and you go on the net and decide to download a form and the form says that this is in accordance with the laws of the state of California, and then you are in Greater Accra region, it means that that particular contract is not admissible in the courts of Ghana, which means that the client can go ahead and do whatever they want. And also, you don't have jurisdiction in California, so you are just wasting your breath. So please know what you are. If you think that you are not sure what you are doing, find a legal person to help you with it. That's what I'll say about it.
Okay, all right, thank you. Seboni, do you have any? Seboni is not here. All right, so Muse. Yes. What do you have to?
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to share a model release form that I have once used.
Okay.
So let me try and figure out.
So you can just share your screen.
Share
if you are using
screen.
your laptop, just share screen, and then you select which of the screens to share.
Okay. So I'm trying that now. Okay. I'm just trying to allow some stuff now. So just give me a moment, please.
No problem. So as we wait for that, let's just go to Seboni wants to chip in something quickly as we wait for music. Okay, so your screen is here. Okay, so that's your screen. So Seboni, please hold on. Mute screen is here. So let's just.
Okay, so basically, as you can see, I think Catalyst has highlighted most of the things here. Can everyone see clearly what the form is saying?
Yes,
or do I have to zoom in?
I can see. You just zoom in a bit.
Okay.
Hold on. No, it's too much now.
Is this fine?
Yes, this is perfect.
Okay, so basically it has my logo, my email, telephone number, and then it goes on to say effective as of the date shown below. And then it has like the model's name and then my name as the photographer. And then on the date, right?
Yeah.
So this is the date line. And then it says that the photographed party is an adult and is fully authorized to sign this consent and release. And then it's general. So basically, it's nothing so formal. You are basically just outlining what the images that you are taking would be used for, as Joey mentioned. And then I state how many weeks maybe I would. And this is just for like personal shoots that I do. So you have your photographer's signature and then the model's signature, and then you fill in the date. So it's basically not that deep. This is just a one-page form. Can easily print it on A4 sheet. So what I'll do is maybe I'll try and share it with everyone. And then what happens is, if Joey, are you trying to take a picture of the form?
Okay, so Shafiq, what will happen is I'll give you my email so you can send it to me. Then I'll add it as a link under this video on YouTube. So whoever watches it and desires to take a look at it can just download it from that link.
Okay, that's fine. And then if you have any other suggestions or any add-ons to make, we can easily edit it and then add that. So we'll be looking forward to your contributions.
Sure. So I've sent you my email. So just send it. Then I'll put it on Google Drive and then provide a link under this video for them.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay. So let's move to
very much.
Seboni. Yes. Seboni wants to drop something quickly.
Okay. So I think my colleagues have said it all. But one important thing I want us all to take notice: you should just make sure whoever you are dealing with, if your model or your client should be of a legal age. If not, kindly bring a parent or guardians on board, because there's more of like a legal contract. So if you want to take someone on, I think the person should be of a legal age. So that's all I just want to add.
Okay. So talking of that legal age stuff, this is something that happened to me a few days ago. Now, this girl hit me up on Instagram that, she desires to be a model. It's her dream. She's been working towards it and all that. And then, during the introduction and, exchange of messages within some few minutes, she made it known she was in Legon. And then my assumption was she was of legal age. So she said, she was, now that school is on hold and all that, she's a bit free. So she would want us to have a test shoot and all that. So I said, okay. So I was there one morning, and then the day she was supposed to come for the shoot, she called that I should, you know, she begs me she will give me her dad's number so that I call her dad and then plead so that her dad will allow her come. And I was like, wait, if I have to call your dad and plead with your dad, it means you know you're doing something wrong. So I was like, nah, there's no need for me to call your dad. You need to go talk to your dad. You know, you have to, if you're coming, you know your dad. Your dad knows you well. So talk to your dad and let's see what happens. So there was a red flag. So if your dad won't let you come, why do I have to call and convince your dad? So I was very skeptical. Few minutes after, I received a call from an unknown number, and it was her dad. You know, he spoke a lot and all that. And then I realized my mistake. First mistake, I did not inquire about her age. I only assumed she was, you know, of legal age because she said she was in Lagos. So I told her dad that, you know, she said she was, then the dad was like, she's just a teenager. So after all that, I apologized to the dad that, you know, it was my mistake. I should have inquired her age and all that. So we hung up. Then I called her and then I asked her, how old is she? Then she said she was 18. So I was like, okay, so you see, the fact that, you know, she could even be living with her parents and all that just skipped my mind. So I told her, you know your situation, you know you live with your parents and all that. And if you want to do something like this, you need permission from your parents before. So that's one mistake. When you have a shoot with people, especially people you haven't met on personal terms, on social media and all that, first of all, find out their age. If they lie to you, you have evidence during the chat to show that this was the age they gave you. So even in a court of law, you can show screenshots of those chats. So first of all, when you have a shoot, I ask you, how old are you? On chat, not face to face or phone call. I ask you during the chat, how old? So when you state your age there, if you say 22, and then it happens that you're 16 or under age, when there is a problem, I can always bring it back. So make sure anything, don't call the person and ask vital info. Text them, or anyhow you do that. You should have proof. Just make sure you do that. It's very, very necessary. If you're shooting somebody who is underage, make sure you get legal consent. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. So Joey is back here. Catalyst. Now we need to be rounding up. So if you guys are here, just enable your camera so that we can just round up. So in this last section, now everybody has spoken. Let me add, you know, something small that I want to add. First of all, your mood will determine how the shoot goes. You can decide not to accept it, but that's the truth. The mood in which you are will determine how the shoot will go. So if your client comes and you frown your face, automatically, you know, the client will feel intimidated. They will feel not welcomed and all that. So that alone will spoil the mood of the shoot. Have you heard of this saying that I learned it from one of the videos I've watched, that whatever face you make, your client will indirectly make that same face. So if you're smiling, automatically your client will be smiling in all their pictures. If you have a straight face, they will also have a straight face in the picture. So depending on the mood you want to portray, Charlie, if you want a kid to laugh, the kid will laugh in the pictures. But if you are so strict, you know, and all that, so your mood will determine how the shoot will go. Also, Charlie, cleanliness. Some photographers, you know, when it comes to cleanliness, Charlie, they are far from it. You know, like a studio environment and the whole place is in a mess. You know, there is pure water sachet here, there's chewing gum rubber here, there is this thing flying here, the place isn't smelling good. If you come to my studio, I have a can of air freshener there. You know, so it's at the client's disposal. If at any moment, you know, people have problems with their nose and small things, some people will start sneezing and all that. So no strong scented air freshness and all that. Something mild, even the perfume you use, you know, these are on personal levels, but then they go on. There are people who don't even want to smell any perfume, especially pregnant women. They are very sensitive to some of these. So you think maybe you've not washed your dress and you have a quick shoot, so you just go bath all the perfume you have. Charlie, you'll be killing people around you. So just make sure your space is clean. Yourself, keep yourself clean. You know, brushing your teeth and all that, they should be key. And also, as has been said, I'll just add that learn to surprise your clients on their anniversaries. You shoot, let's say last year you did a pre-birthday shoot for somebody. Keep the date, her birthday, so that maybe a month to her birthday, you know, you start texting her. She might have forgotten about you or your number. But once you get in touch with, oh, your birthday is coming, also, do you have any plans? That not inappropriate chat, but you know, on a professional level. Oh, just send like, oh, last year by this time you were shooting your birthday. Oh, this year, do you have plans? That kind of thing. So they know that you're thinking about them. If you shot a wedding, let's say on their anniversary, surprise them, a framed picture. Ask them for their favorite picture, frame it, and then send it to them like a surprise. These people will keep you in their, you know, their list all the time. Also, concerning yourself, when you have a shoot on commercial level, make sure you have a retainer. A percentage of the total amount should be your retainer. And make sure you take that to book your person so that should anything happen along the line, if there is cancellation, if there is anything, all that should be stated in your contract. See, and then also, Charlie, if possible, take your full money before the shoot so that you won't be in Shafik's shoes chasing your clients for money. You know, most of the time, especially weddings and events, the people will be like, oh, we'll pay you, come. When you come, we'll pay you that day. That day, they'll be so busy that they'll be like, oh, you see, we've been busy and all that, so we'll pay you tomorrow. Once the event is over, they know you have the pictures. You will never delete those pictures. So even if it's 1 year, 2 years, it will take them to pay. They know you have already done the job and they can pay you anytime they want and get the pictures. So always take your money, especially events. Take your money before the events. You will not have to be chasing your clients over and over. That's all I have to add. And okay, Shafik has sent the PDF. So I'll add the link in the description of this video on YouTube. So after, just give me a couple of hours, within an hour, or let's say by tomorrow morning, the link will be in the description of this video on YouTube. So you can download Shafik's model release sample so that you can edit it to your style. Don't just go and take the same thing with his name and all that and use. No, read through it. Some of the terms might not benefit you or your model. Read through. It's just a sample. Read through and then edit it to your style. Don't do ditto. You know, you go and send it and there's Shafik on it. They're like, who is Shafik? They're like, oh, sorry. Okay, so Gilbert says I have a PDF that I sent to all the mom. Okay, so Gilbert, you can join here. I know you're using a computer to view this, so you can join and then share your screen so that, or if you like, you can send it to me so I add it to the link so they can download it. Let's see. Seboni says he has something to add up. So Seboni, please.
Okay. As you were talking about money and payment and all that, I think some of our photographers are only nice just before the money, just to get the money bit. And after they receive payment, like, yeah, they are now in charge. They can just do anything anyhow. I don't think it's just the right way to treat clients like that. So you should be just nice throughout the whole process before shooting and even after. You understand? Just to strengthen your client relationship.
Okay. All right. Yes. So that's true. All that we are talking about, the things that we go through, clients are maltreating us and all that. Some of us also do even worse to the clients. So our people should also learn. Please stop disappointing your clients. If you tell the clients, I'm sending you your thing within 2 weeks, I beg you. As Catalyst said, always under promise and then deliver earlier than over promise and not deliver on time. In my wedding contract, I tell them 6 weeks after the wedding, but I always deliver 3 weeks. Maximum is 3 weeks, sometimes 2 weeks, depending on my workload. You see, so if you promise them that they will get their thing 6 weeks and you deliver to them in 2 weeks, I mean, they will praise you. But if you tell them I'll deliver in 2 weeks and it takes you 6 weeks to deliver, they will never ever recommend you to anybody and you'll be a bad business person. See, so if you know it will take you 2 days to deliver, tell them 6 days. They might complain, but you tell them, oh, you want to take your time and then work on their images for them. And if you deliver in 2 days, see, I'm telling you, they'll praise you and recommend you to everybody. So let me see over here. Catalyst, welcome back. I was scared you had disappeared and all that, but then I think we've had enough time. Elom, we are okay. Elom hasn't been able. So I'll get the PDF from Elom then, because I was thinking he will email it to me now, so I can just project it on I'll share my screen, but I'm not sure I can have it now. So I'll add Shafiq's and then Elom to the description of this video on YouTube. So anybody who watches it after can get everything. What is Joey saying? Joey, do you have something to say?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So what I wanted to say? Oh,
60 seconds.
Relax for me.
60 seconds. Catalyst has to vanish and all that. So
let's Catalyst finish. I think I have to give up.
Okay. So Catalyst, do you hold on? Catalyst, I think you are moving. You need to do something. So can you? Are you going somewhere? Okay, he's gone. Catalyst, do you have somewhere going, or are you still with us?
Well, there was an issue with my laptop, so I had to restart. That's why I'm using my phone to connect now.
Okay, all right. So you are still with us. All right. So Joey, please make your point.
Let's Catalyst finish. I'm still looking for the points I want to make.
Okay, Catalyst. 5 minutes. Your last 5 minutes. Last 5 minutes.
Oh, I think 5 minutes is too much.
Okay. All right. So that's your maximum. Over promise, but.
Why are you interrupting me, Ghananie?
Sorry. I think today there is, with just you, other people I don't experience it, but with you, it's like there is a lag, So just carry on.
So what I can say is we've spoken about client experience. We've not really spoken about how a client also feels. Sometimes we have to go beyond what we are doing. I hope I'm clear and it's not breaking.
Yes. We can hear you very well.
Okay. So sometimes we have to go beyond just our photography service. And then we have to sometimes look at the state of mind of the client. So on the day of the shoot, when the client shows up, you don't just immediately go to your camera and then you start shooting. Have a discussion with the client. Find out how their day was. At least express something, an interest. That's why I say that connecting with your client on social media is very key. The morning of the shoot, go online, go to your client's post, check what they've posted there. Maybe they've posted about something that happened the night before. Get something that you have in common with them, discuss. Tell them that, oh, this morning you saw that they posted about maybe a robbery in their neighborhood. Are they fine? Is everybody fine? Let them feel at ease. Let them feel like you are their friend for the moment. Because they didn't just pay you for the pictures, just you, they paid you for an experience. So there is this guy who shoots for Times Magazine. I've forgotten, is it Platon or something? Platon. He actually shoots big people. Obama, he has even shot Putin and the rest. When they come to his studio, the first thing he does is to talk to them. They have a discussion. He puts them in the mood he wants to get them in before he even picks up his camera. And I think that's the experience you are talking about. It's not just the experience of,
oh, this is a contract, this is all we are doing. The experience we are talking about, or I am talking about, I can't talk for the others, but I feel they still have the same view as I do, is letting the clients go with them having an experience with you as a person, not you as a photographer. And that is going to keep the relationship for a longer period. So that's all I have to say for now. I don't want to go 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So, Seboni, your closing remarks, 2 minutes maximum.
Okay. So I think Catalyst has said it all, but I just want to add a few things. You should
Next time,
just try
Catalyst will
to.
speak last.
Catalyst will do what?
He will speak last.
Okay, okay. So yes, you just have to be nice to your client and just give them that wow feeling. Anything you deliver to your client, make sure it has that wow element in there. It will take you places.
All right. Thank you very much. Joey, have you remembered your point now or not? You haven't. Okay. Muse, your closing remarks.
Okay, guys. So ultimately, I'm just going to conclude by saying stay true to yourself and make sure your clients have the best experience. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. So I think I received the file.
I
Okay. So
remember
Joey,
what
if you're
yeah. So my
all
closing
right. So
remark.
take us.
I said a lot, but all I'll give you guys by leave, like all I want to let you guys know, take home message from all this is you should be a master of your craft. Don't act like you don't know what you're doing. Don't let your clients control whatever it is the shoot you guys are going to do. If you show your client that you are not sure of what it is you're going to do, they see it, they notice that, and if the client is good enough, they will actually give you time to gather yourself and come back to the shoot, or they will actually stress you out. So our advice, you should not show any sign of confusion or any sign of like you're not sure of what you're about. Be a master of your craft before you get there. And if you're going to shoot in the studio, our advice, you go earlier. If it is your own studio, fine. You can just do your lighting setup, do a test shot. This is what I do. When I have a studio shoot, I leave to the studio, I think an hour or an hour, 30 minutes earlier. Then I'll get there, think of the possible lighting setups I think will make the image look nice. Then do a couple of test shots. If I don't know if the clients, or I'm supposed to know if the client's camera is going to be a fair model or a dark client. But all the same, I know that whatever be the case, this will be the kind of lighting setup I'm going in for. So by the time the client comes, yes, I would have that 2 to 5 minutes conversation where we have to settle everything and calm down, water, all that. Then the moment to start shooting, I know I have already done all my test shots. I'll do 2 to 3 test shots with the same lighting setup. Then a little tweak, then I'm good to go. That will show your clients that you know what you're about, you are prepared, and you are good to go. And there wouldn't be any further complications from there. So master your craft. And I don't think you have any bad experiences with clients if the client knows what you are about.
Okay, so I think so far, Catalyst, did you give your closing remark? I just want to be sure you've all been given a fair.
Yes, I have given my closing remarks. I believe that at the end of the day, what you give your client is what you get back.
Okay, so at this point we have ended. So if any of you have if I haven't given you the chance to express anything that you want to express, it's now. Just raise your hand and you have the floor for just 60 seconds before we leave. Okay, Joey.
I have some.
Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon. Don't forget to go watch the new video on how you use how different modifiers give you different fields of light. Yes, with free advertisement. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video of what you're doing today on Ghanania's channel. And don't forget my channel too. And let me say for the others too, don't forget their channel. I don't want them to come and say it, go and subscribe. So don't forget their channel too. Yeah, peace.
All right, so each one of you on the panel here, if you have or just write the name of your channel, or if you can drop the link in there, so I'll project it for them to check it out. All right, so Catalyst, you're on the floor now.
I don't want to be on the floor. I don't want to dirty myself. So what I'll say is, we actually appreciate the effort you are putting into your channel and all the knowledge that you are providing. Believe you me, sometimes at night I wake up and then I just go on your channel when I want to remember a thought someone said during a discussion, and it's so amazing, especially when I play it back. Some of the things that, because I was on the panel, I didn't really digest it. When I replay and then I watch all over again, I feel the information you are giving is something worth thousands of dollars. I'll be very honest. And that is the reason why most of us keep coming on to share our knowledge, because we feel what you are doing is something that a lot of people will not do. So just keep it up. Don't give up. And I know the rewards are coming. And the rewards are not going to come from YouTube. They are going to come from the people you are impacting. So just keep it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. But all the time goes to you guys, man. You guys, I mean, if you haven't made time to come sit here, see, like Muse, I was never aware Muse was going to be sitting here, but this is the second day running, and it's here. Joey, I know, has his own schedule and all that, but see, he makes time. Catalyst, you are in a different time zone, but anytime we call on you, you make it here. Sir Bonnie has been, sitting on my head like I'm carrying some black pots on my head, walking through the market square all the time, always pushing with this flyer thing and thing. He was like, I will do it for you. Just tell me the info you need. Give me all the info and I'll do it for you. So you guys make it, worthwhile being here. So thank you very much for being here. And then you, the guys watching and listening, Charlie, you left all you're doing just to come here, listen to knowledge and then apply to your businesses. Thank you very. Imagine we were doing this and then there was 0 views. There will be no vim to continue. So everybody here is very important. Thank you very much. And don't forget to share. Let other people know that this is what we do. These are the great guys who, sacrifice their time, come sit here, 2 hours, 49 minutes, of their time. They could be watching Netflix, playing video games, caressing their girlfriends or all that.
Like I have a lot of video games to play.
You see, but then they sacrifice 3 hours of their time to be here. The time they even use in preparation and all that. If you quantify all that, you won't be able to pay. But they are doing all this just for the love of the industry. So let's let other people know that this is what we do on weekdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sometimes we forget ourselves. And
so you drop. So you 11. Drop.
Yeah. Because once it's interesting, nobody is even looking at time anymore. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. As time goes, the flyer can take just 4 people. So if you don't see yourself on the flyer, it doesn't mean you're not part of this. No, the flyer is just to create awareness. Because sometimes you might even have the 4 people on the flyer and they won't even be present here. It will be other people who the flyer it can't take more than 4 people. So if you're not on the flyer, no offense. We need you even here more than even on the flyer. If I get a chance, I'll take myself off the flyer. But Sir Bonnie says what? When there's something like the host is always supposed to be there. That's why it's like that. So don't take any offense if you don't see yourself on the flyer. We will still need you on here. So thanks, guys, for this. Don't forget to subscribe to Catalyst channel. Muse also has a channel. Joey has a channel also. So just look for their. I'll have a proper mechanism where today my assistant hasn't been, here because she's somewhere where the internet is not that good. So next, the subsequent ones, all those here who have channels, we'll project them so that people will go, and it's all about, I can't teach everything. Catalyst can't teach everything. Joey can't teach everything. So we all have channels for various stuff, and it's good to connect so that whatever we are teaching, you can tap into them. So thanks, guys, for being here. Wisdom, I see you here. Thank you very much. Monday, tomorrow we might not come on. It's weekend. People need to spend time with their family and all that. So if I get to shoot tomorrow, I'll beam it online so you guys can. And then Sunday also. But we'll return Monday. I think I'm looking at between contracts and model release, and then the right who owns the rights to the images. So I'll think between these two topics, and then we'll choose one for Monday. So guys, enjoy your weekend. We'll be here again on Monday. Charlie, don't forget to tell somebody about what we do here. Subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss it anytime we go. So I don't have to be sharing the links in WhatsApp group. Charlie, it's tedious, man. All right, Charlie. Good night, everybody. Why is Catalyst smiling like that? And Muse, why have you been in the army before? Why are you saluting like that?
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Please, this should be included as bloopers in the final recording. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
In
there are people
who
watch. There are people who watch this part very well, and they'll come and remind you in 10 years' time.
Charlie, stay safe, guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Same to you.
Yeah.
The last man standing.
Seboni, please go away. Okay, guys. Enjoy your weekend wherever you find yourself. Thank you very much.